Let's just fucking go.
Hold on, I want to start this right. Are we recording? Fuck no, we're not.
recording.
Shit.
Should we just
Nope, just a
change the
bunch
name
of
of this
green.
to Are We Recording?
We should.
It's gonna be
Oh
hard
shit!
All
Oh,
right.
We've been recording this whole time.
Welcome back, everybody, to the show. Our two listeners, whoever you might be, wherever, I mean,
We all
wherever
know that
you
it's
might be.
Chava's friend and your sister.
To...
Exactly.
No, it's my cousin.
Well, thank you,
Oh,
Chava's
it's his
friend
cousin.
and
One
his
cousin.
We're
cousin
trying
sister.
to keep anonymity, but not anymore, I guess. What up,
It's
Chava's
One
family?
cousin and one friend.
Hello,
what's
Chava's family
Hey,
Yeah.
Camila. There's your shout out for the day.
and
Yeah.
other random people on YouTube.
You know
Exactly.
Camila Cabello?
I'll drink it straight. I don't care. Is it spooky rum?
It's Kraken and
It's a
Sailor
spook.
Jerry.
So it's spooky.
Is it?
It's not the bottle you got me.
I can't say it. We're already recording.
What are you gonna say?
No, I can't.
We
say
might
it.
as well change it to Are
Out
We
with
Recording?
it. Out
We
with
should.
it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you,
I mean,
I'll
I
tell
think
you
that's
here.
funny.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Welcome back, everybody. And keep it in the spirit of Halloween.
No,
We
yeah, keep
have
that in your
a really
pants.
good friend, Tommy.
Hi.
Tommy, say
Yeah,
hello.
hi, Tommy.
We are
Hello,
committed.
Tommy.
We are committed to our listeners this Halloween, except Miguel. He's afraid of commitment.
He is.
No,
the...
he isn't.
Shut up, Tommy. You ruined it for everybody.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of buzzed. I just got back from the bar.
Yeah.
I literally
you have?
just took a shot of tequila right before you picked me up.
Oh, really?
Yes, I'm like a little bit tipsy.
I had some kind of IPA,
Ugh.
Elysian.
I'm
something like that.
sorry.
Why?
Because
You
my
like
friend
drinking
ordered
piss?
it. My friend ordered it, and then I had Hefeweizen.
Rum's here.
and a
I
Corona.
have sriracha pretty
Hef's
nice.
good. I like Hef.
Spooky
I
one.
like
the
'em.
Kraken.
I don't like IPAs.
I don't like IPAs.
Everybody
either.
went through
too.
their IPA phase in their early 20s, and then I grew out of it as soon as I had my
I
Guinness.
drank some, and I was like, ugh. And then he was like, really? And I was like, no.
Cheers.
And then he was like, just come
Cheers.
on. I already paid for the pitcher. So I was like, all right, fuck it.
It
But I'm
tastes like a
like
Christmas tree.
What, IPAs?
Yeah.
Yeah. It tastes, it's too bitter. Way too bitter for me.
Yeah, I don't like it because of that.
I like mine's like hops and
Once I started
ales and
drinking
shit.
Guinness, I'm like, oh, this is
I don't
beer.
like the hoppiness.
I don't like Guinness.
Aw.
This is the first time I'm ever gonna see you take a shot, Miguel.
I mean, Guinness isn't that bad. I tried it
Eddie.
before.
Guinness
for
is
the
like
cup.
chocolate milk.
Strovia.
Was that? It was, huh?
Oi, oi,
Clink.
Clink.
For me. You do it for me.
Clink.
Clink.
Okay,
Right.
so you are
have any
buzzed
beer?
off of tequila.
A little bit.
I
Miguel?
remember on your birthday,
You have
I
any
was
beer?
going to buy
Yeah.
you a drink before, and you were like, don't bother buying me a drink, because that'll do
I
nothing.
quit drinking for like 3.5 months, something like that.
How many times are they gonna move now?
And then now,
Can I get
when
a
you
water?
drink, it
Now
hits
it's
you
like
a
on
ton of
special
bricks.
occasion, and it's just tequila or vodka or
Okay.
whiskey. Usually it's scotch,
Now it
but
makes
tonight it
sense.
was tequila.
The clears? can't
No,
do-
the smoky. I really like heavy, dark, smoky scotch.
Oh, okay. No, I'm talking about like tequila and vodka and shit like that.
Tequila, shit. I have like go-tos. What is it? Casadores is one of them. Centenario is another one. And then
Keep
my
in mind, you're in a
favorite-
room full of Mexicans.
They know what I'm talking about.
That's why I was like disregarding some of his choices. I was like,
You hear that?
I was like, okay.
Approval?
Oh no. Okay. All right.
Quietly judging you.
The fuck are these?
Modelo.
Hello. Sweet.
Hands?
Wait, you
My
don't have canned
redneck?
beer?
Oh my god.
Dad buys this shit.
Relax.
No wonder you.
I told you I stopped drinking beer. As I open this can of beer.
And then drink the last beer, and
This
then
is
the
the last
beer
time I'm
before
drinking
that.
today.
What are we going to
Shit.
fucking
might wanna
the
drink
Indy
too,
500?
All right,
Drinking
Yeah, I
beer
forgot
out of a
about this.
can?
guys, let's play this game, and it's called "Is Corey Cursed?"
Corey is cursed.
Are you
Corey
cursed?
had some fucked up story. Oh my god.
Last
you
time,
cursed?
Yeah, you did not hear our last podcast.
Oh, my
No, I
camera
didn't.
got busted on the way over here. It was all smoky and stuff. Like, I was like, what's that smell? And then it's just like the smoke coming out.
Just a big ass leak.
yeah.
All right, this is a different mic, Corey, so you got to bring that closer to you.
Just
I recommend just
right in
like
my,
having it
in
at
my
your
face
chin.
hole.
You got to Jill Scott it.
Is that?
There's gonna be hella like unnecessary
Oh,
noise
okay,
on this
okay,
one.
okay.
Tommy, this is the first time I've ever seen you take a shot at too.
Really? You
I've
wanna
never
see it
seen you
again?
wasted.
Yeah.
don't wanna see it
okay,
again.
No,
wanna
I
see
don't
it.
get wasted.
Okay.
I don't get wasted drunk.
At all?
At all. I have, well, probably it's different now, but like I quit drinking for the reason being is like I would drink 5 glasses of whiskey and I feel shit.
Uh-huh.
It got to that point. So I'm like, okay,
You
the alcohol
pansy.
does nothing to me at this point unless I literally drink an entire bottle to myself.
Yeah.
You know all about that.
I do. I haven't gotten to that point in a minute, and I'm actually kind of proud of it.
Good.
Goddamn alcoholics.
Because I'll hit that pretty
Oh,
easily.
dude, I would fucking get
but
blasted.
I've been
His
smoking
panties come
so
off
much
and
weed
everything.
since I was like
You guys
13.
need to come over to the sober side with me. I have water right now.
Damn.
I'm feeling healthy.
Is it
Exactly.
sparkling?
I am
No, it's
so
not.
fucking hydrated right now, man. You have no idea.
Exactly. I'm healthy. I'm lean. My dick's bigger than Chava's clitoris.
It's only a clitoris when it's soft.
So 99% of the time.
It's just because it's getting colder, all right, Miguel?
I feel that I'm in the same boat.
In the fucking summertime, dude, it's just all out there.
Especially when you're drunk.
Oh, when I'm
Then
drunk.
it's all soft.
When I'm drunk, no, when I'm drunk,
this dude
I'm
everywhere we go.
fucking
Like a wet
hard as
noodle.
Shit. No shit. If I'm really, really drunk, yeah. But if I'm like the right amount of tipsy, oh, dude, I'm hut.
All 2 inches. All 2
Clit.
inches.
Full salute.
Full tilt.
Full
tilt.
You can put a flag on it.
Full mast.
Yeah.
It's half mast for
mast.
Chava.
Half mass clit.
Half mast de Leon.
Like I said, whenever you guys watch porn, you are seeing my dick.
Ew.
Okay.
Thanks for ruining everything.
Whenever-
I don't know you're
Whenever-
BBC.
You watch 2 girls eat each other out, you're looking at my dick.
God damn it.
God damn it.
You know what I realized?
What?
Female bodybuilders have a bigger clit than Chava.
Well, yeah, they work it out, don't
Yeah.
they?
No, they actually inject.
Just flexing.
Because I look it up.
There's gotta be some kind of like Kegel
exercises.
I do.
exercises to like enhance
I
the
do
strength of your
research. Plus,
clitoris.
also they inject steroids. So
What is this research
They
you're
inject
doing?
steroids
Shut
into
up.
their clit.
What are you googling? Female body.
they
builder.
inject themselves with testosterone in
you
order to build
imagine?
muscle mass for a
That
competition.
would be so fucking
But do they
weird.
need that for their clit? Or
No,
is it just a side effect?
It's a side effect because of testosterone.
Christ.
Testosterone makes your dick big, according to science. That I
mean,
just saw on Google.
There are some porn stars that actually inject their dick with steroids, like so they can.
We already went over this.
Oh, did we really?
Yeah,
With your
don't think I was
strongman
in the room.
conversation.
I think it was that. It was that.
Your female
Welcome to our
That
bodybuilder,
episode.
podcast, by the way,
female
Tommy.
strongman.
Oh, cool. I feel so welcome talking about massive clitorises and dicks.
Actually, I think we only brought Tommy in for the spooky stuff.
Or we're about to talk about anal. So.
Well,
Oh, anal?
I told Tommy about this, and then
my favorite subject.
He said, "Oh, I got spooky stories."
I have
Bring-
spooky
bring
stories,
it
like
over.
real spooky stories.
That's
though,
right.
Not
like shit that's happened to him.
Not like
mean,
Corey
you-
spooky stories.
I don't know any
made
Corey
up.
spooky stories.
Made
Not
up.
fucking,
Spooky
not fucking
stories.
Corey's
Spooky
Mr.
stories.
Nightmare shit.
You just found him on Reddit.
Practice them at work.
No, man, it's 100% real. Not from the interweb.
Oh, okay.
I
yeah,
keep it
my
100.
mom got a run in with the Rakem rapist. Okay.
Did you look that shit up?
I couldn't spell Rakem.
Yeah.
I couldn't I haven't heard of it, but I couldn't look it up.
I looked up the
Give it a glass.
the
Just give me yours.
where your parents went camping.
Okay.
I looked that one up.
Yeah,
That one was legit.
yeah, it is legit. I'm not lying.
Wow, you guys really.
Yep.
This is a new.
Oh,
this,
now
is
all the spooky stories are gonna come out.
this is a new Miguel
Dude,
and
I got
Tommy
it
I've
on,
never seen
like,
before.
They're gonna be
recording
like
too.
throwing
Yeah,
down.
you brought that. I'm glad you
This
brought
is
Oh
this
yeah,
is
Tommy brought his
I
tape
have
recorder.
like a
Nice.
real recording from like way back in the day, and we caught voices. Two of them.
What?
Yeah.
Play it.
All right, so
Will it
give
work
us
on
some
this?
backstory.
yeah. Give
us
the
some
backstory
Okay, I'll
first.
give you the backstory of this one since it's faster. So like, the way both of these recordings were done by my brother. He's the one that owns this. He lived in the house literally right next door to ours for like a year and a half or something like that because we were friends with the family, and they wanted their house on back order because they didn't want to get rid of all the shit because two elderly people just moved out into a retirement home. And they didn't want to lose all that stuff, so they put it on back order for like 2 months. It turned into like a year and a half.
Wait, what is that?
I don't understand exactly what back order is, but they somehow were
Were they
able.
like trying to sell it?
They weren't trying to sell it. They were just trying to keep the house
Were they, like,
from
putting out-
being sold.
Putting on
Oh,
hold. or
Because
like-
something?
they weren't ready to like go through all this. Like literally, the old lady had just
were-
a ton of shit.
They were
Yeah.
trying to prevent it like a foreclosure and get it
Basically,
fixed.
yeah,
Okay.
something like that.
I see.
So my
Just, like,
brother,
so
so he,
somewhat
yeah.
have it occupied. I
Yeah, yeah.
guess.
So they asked my brother like, "Hey, move in there with your friends and don't worry about rent. Don't worry about making a mess. Try not to break anything."
Taking advantage of squatter rights.
Basically.
It's like just hold an orgy in here. I
So
don't
we
care.
did like fucking
Especially in this area?
shrooms, and we had parties in there with a bunch of old lady shit all over the place.
I've
trying
been
not to
in there.
break anything.
It's-
You've been in there.
It was pretty run down before they sold it.
Yeah,
It looked old as fuck.
yeah. The two people that used to live there were old as fuck too. Ironically, I've only seen them as like two elderly people, and they were named the Elders. which was like really ironic.
That took
Like,
me
oh,
a
yeah,
second.
like,
I was
yeah.
like, ah.
When I first moved into the kid, like, oh, that's Mrs. Elder. I thought my mom was fucking with me. Like, oh no, that's just like the Mrs. Old Lady over there. She never gave her
What if-
name.
what if they
And then I found
changed
out
it?
way later. It's like, oh no, that's their actual name.
Elder.
Elder.
What
What
if
was their
they-
last name?
Dude, that's scary.
What if before their name was Young, and then later on they jumped?
They came out and the name was Baby. By the time they hit 13, they changed the name to Teenager.
Adolescence.
Your fate's sealed,
To
man.
14, they're a piece of shit.
From like 40 to 80, it's just fucked.
Now they're just deceased.
Mid
Yeah,
age.
just deceased. No,
Oh.
only 2 people of them are deceased. So anyway,
Party foul, Chava.
nah, it's so it was like 10 years ago. So anyway, bad story. Still, where was I? My brother was living in this place with 2 of our friends, and like weird shit kept happening over and over again. So there's this dude named Joey, right? Yeah, dude named Joey, who was the son of the elderly couple that lived there. Died like 2 years after I moved into the neighborhood. It's like in
Son or the
'99.
couple?
The son of the couple. So he was like 40 something. He was an
Okay.
older man, but he had like a heart condition.
Oh,
He had
wait,
like a
so
heart
he
problem,
died.
and I think he was, kind of touched, trying to slow up there. So they were his caretakers, and then he passed away in his sleep
Okay.
one night.
Touched
so
in the head.
that's you touched in the head. Retarded.
Mentally
He said
And
they
ill.
were
terms.
touched. It was like they're
Touched in the head.
Touched in the head.
Not that they were molested.
Which head are we talking about?
The big one.
Not the clit. So that's the first person that died in there. And then apparently there was a sister of somebody in that house that also passed away in there. And then the last person that died in there was Mr. Elder, whose name was Thomas Elder. I know, right? And
Mr. Elder.
died from
old
just
man
being
Elder.
old man.
Old man.
He
Elder.
died from just he died in he was a really cool ass dude too. I got a bunch of his World War II stuff that he actually took. I forget where he was part of the Coast Guard.
Oh, man.
But yeah, a
legit.
bunch of his stuff that he brought back from the war, like he left in boxes, and I helped the family go through all that shit. And they're just like, oh, yeah, you can keep whatever you want. So I got like a hatchet and like an old canteen and shit like that. I don't know.
Did he ever see
Nice.
combat?
I don't know. I know that he didn't want to because he was a part of the Coast Guard, and the Coast Guard wanted nothing to do with the war.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I knew that he was upset about it, and that's all I know about that. And he went to the Arctic Circle. He was a really fucking cool dude.
Now he's haunting you.
And now he's haunting the house next door, which some of my new neighbors, and we told them about it like as soon as they moved in. Like, oh, welcome to the neighborhood. Your house is haunted. Bye.
Just like that.
Yeah, basically.
By some,
I don't believe it.
by some elderly ghost.
By some elderly
No, they're
ghost.
cool. The guy just sneezes every once in a while.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, that's the full backstory that my brother was living in this house on sublet, I guess, and my brother would basically take the recorder, and just put it in the back room, which nobody slept in any of the bedrooms. There was like as soon as you walked in, the living room had just mattresses.
Did your brother put the recorder just to see what would happen, or
Yeah, just see what because
or did he
weird
hear some
shit.
stuff, or did
he
he,
heard
like-
some stuff. Weird shit kept happening. I don't know exactly what was happening. But I do know that he was just like, what if I just did a recording just to leave it back here and see what I catch? And the first time he got it, he got this one, which can I play it on this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, ready? So it's like super fast. That
That
first
was,
thing.
that
they
was
did,
the ghost?
That
You
was
sure
it.
somebody didn't just stub their toe?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Nobody was in the house. He put it in the back, hit record, and then left.
Sorry.
And then when he showed it to the family, said, "Hey, we caught this recording. We don't know what it is." And when he played it, Greg, who was the son of Mr. Elder, just like, "Oh, that's just Pop sneezing." Like he's like, "Whatever."
Usually they knock.
It's allergy season.
Basically.
It's a
It
little
was
dusty.
spring.
Oh no, he just farted. It's all fine.
So your brother started hearing noises in the house.
He started hearing noise
and
in the
then he was like,
house,
okay, let
bought
me-
the recorder, and
right.
it's like, "What if I get
Right.
something?" And then he just happened to get that the next day.
Damn.
And then when he showed it to the family, they were just like nonchalant. "Oh, he's just sneezing."
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, and I fucking
He had
heard,
allergies. It's March.
I've heard that fucking sneeze. With that, I know when there's nobody in that house. My window is basically looking right into the backyard. So like, unfortunately, I know what everybody's doing all the time. As soon as I look out my window, which is weird. That's why I always keep my blinds closed,
just
and my
stalk
window
them.
closed. Honestly, I could be that nosy neighbor, but I like just don't. I just hope they don't like.
You could be like Rear Window.
Basically,
What if
I
they do it to
could.
you?
I hope not. That would be very creepy.
Wait, so do you still live there? Or?
Yeah, I still live in the house.
Oh shit.
Not in
Okay.
this house with all the recordings.
Not
Oh,
only lives
okay,
the house.
okay,
house.
okay.
This is the next door house.
It's the
I'm not
next door
gonna
house.
lie, that first recording made me
My,
laugh.
dude, it's weird. It's weird as fuck. There was another recorder, a better one.
I was honestly like waiting for it. I'm like, oh, that's it.
I mean, they're
No,
not
he's
really
got another
creepy.
one.
They're kind of wholesome, honestly. The
I
only
think,
two that I
uh,
have on recording.
When Tommy played that before, we set everything up. He said, "Oh yeah, that's just Pop sneezing." That does sound like if a dad were to sneeze.
Well, yeah,
That sounds like a
Yeah.
typical dad sneeze.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong one.
just hear moans. Like, oh, wrong one.
Oops.
No, there's some dude crying on here.
Wait, what? Like the ghost is crying, or like
No,
a
there's
sad
another
joke?
story.
That's
That
a
does
weird
happen.
That's
fucking
different.
We're not
recording
gonna talk about
story.
that one.
That's
No.
a weird, dark one.
That was
But,
McCain
yeah,
Manor.
Why
some
were
dude
you?
crying.
No, fuck no.
Anyway, so yeah, and then the other recording, which me and my brother and my younger cousin were kind of walking around the house. This is like right before our shroom trip, I think.
Your what?
Right before we did shrooms, we decided,
Oh, okay.
let's like walk around the house with a tape recorder and talk to the spirits that are in here and see if we catch anything.
So this is before you did shrooms.
This is like right before we did shrooms.
Okay.
I think it was this time. There was a few times we did shrooms in that house.
And talk to ghosts.
Maybe. We're
Simultaneously?
talking to a lot of different things, that's for sure. I was not talking to anybody else except for me and weird voices in my head.
And the shrooms.
And the shrooms.
Yeah.
Me and the shroom.
New Shark Punch song. Shmeow.
Me and the
Shark
shroom.
Punch Snong.
No more beer for that woman.
Just scotch.
Relax.
5'5", 98-pound redhead girl.
Drinking rum.
That is the wrong look.
5'5"? Are you 5'5"?
That was a little generous. Thank you.
5'3".
5'3".
He was including the size of my penis.
Your prenus?
My penis.
Your third leg.
Dude, this is actually really good. I never actually drank it straight up.
I do.
Kraken?
I
Never
like
seen you
Kraken.
drink.
Yeah, it's
Kraken's
really
pretty good.
That's the one from your birthday?
Let me get a
I'm
tiny.
not sure. Actually,
Miguel,
I don't remember which
let
one.
me get like the tiniest bit. Okay.
So anyway, back to this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. what you get?
Me and my brother and my younger cousin were walking around,
With it.
and you have to finish the whole bottle.
Oh,
Oh, you gotta finish the whole bottle. It's your bottle now.
Oh man.
No, you don't
You
like
got
it.
your herp all over it for no reason, and you just backwash back into it.
You got the smegma all over. He got the smegma
got
all over.
smegma
it.
all over it.
Smegma lips.
All right, come on, get back to the story.
So yeah, we're walking around the house with the tape recorder, and we walk into the back room. We open up a closet, and this old lady, she must have been like in her late 70s, mid 80s, somewhere around there, Mrs. Elder.
I think I met her.
I probably did. I mean, she was there for a long, long time. She had so much time in her hands, and she would knit or crochet or whatever the fuck it is on specific hangers for specific outfits that she would have throughout the week. And so this would be her like Tuesday outfit, or this would be her like alternate Tuesday outfit, and they're all specific. Like every knitted hanger matched the outfit. Like they're actually really pretty. They're really cool, and there's a lot of work and time put into it. And my cousin looks up and like is going through them a little bit, and she likes them a lot, and she makes the comment saying, "Do you think they'd care if I took any of them?" And then there's another voice that comes up out of that. That's not me or my brother. You ready?
Yeah.
Do you think he'd care if I took one? What if that one's special?
Whoa.
Did you hear it?
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
hear it.
What'd you
Kind
hear?
of faint.
I heard. Take it.
Yeah.
Like, it is very
Do
faint.
that again. Do that again.
You wanna
Can
hear
do
it
that
again?
Yeah,
again?
go ahead,
Play
go
it,
ahead,
play
go
it.
ahead.
Do you think he'd care if I took one? What if that one's special?
You hear it?
Yeah. That was
So like,
interesting.
there's this other voice that kind of pops out. It's like, take any.
I just heard take it.
It's like a take it or a take any or kind of thing, but that's like really nice. Like,
That's
oh,
very that is very generous. Because usually they're like, don't fucking touch my shit.
right? These are like,
It's one of
get
the good
out.
ghosts.
Yeah, they get
Fuck,
out.
All right.
Yeah, they just start throwing shit at you.
Or some random ass shit, fucking books falling.
Exactly. He slimes
I've
you.
never seen anything fall like that. I've
It
seen
was one
other
of the
shit.
good ones, wasn't it?
Yeah. That was one of the good
Nobody
ones.
fell
She was a
in a
nice
room full of
lady.
elderlies.
She was
I don't believe you.
I was
don't
dating
give a
this
shit.
girl at that time, like just before this story basically happened, and she was doing some something for a school project, interviewing people about some shit. I forgot what it was, and she was one of the people that this ex was interviewing. So that's how I met her. She was really nice. She was bedridden basically, and for the interview they put her in a wheelchair, and
Yeah.
the caretaker.
The
The caretaker was taking her. Yeah, it was kind of sad, but she was cool. She was funny.
Dude, the caretaker was so fucking shit at her job.
Really?
Oh my
Really?
god, she would just like basically wait until she passed out, and she would, she's an 80-year-old woman. Of course, she's gonna take a nap at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, so she would just wait for her
Don't
to go
we
to
all?
sleep. Yeah, basically. And then she would just go out in the back and just smoke a bunch of weed and drink a bunch of fucking whiskey and shit like that.
I know some girl that used to do that shit, and she just lived like down the street from me. And she would be at my house.
It's
fucking
probably the same bitch.
smoking and drinking. And she like the person lived with her too, like the person she was taking care of.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
She was cool. I mean, when she would pass
Yeah,
out
she
at
was cool.
sleep, she would like knock on my window because there's no fence at that time. So she would
Yeah.
like knock on my window, like, "Yo, get the fuck out of here! You can smoke with me." I'm like, "All right." I'm not gonna want to get in trouble.
Did she live with
I'm not a
the
nerd.
lady?
Yeah, she lived with her,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and
That's
she would
why.
just bring her bong and like her pipe and a fucking giant bag of weed and just like pound my window every night, like, "Come on, smoke with me." She's like 22. I was at 17 at the time.
Same here, same
That's the
here.
real scary story. You're like, this like grown ass
taken
woman would
advantage
knock
of.
on my window,
How did
try to lure me
She smoked
outside.
me out. Like, I didn't drink with her though. I should have. That would have been fun.
That might have been worse.
Same here.
Tommy,
We
you,
don't condone underage
Is there-
you
drinking.
could have gotten
Is there
molested,
anything
okay?
repressed?
Well, is it
is
molestation
such-
if he liked it?
There's such thing as consensual
Yes.
molestation. That's
Yeah.
not true. I told
Oh,
my
statutory rape.
Oh, now we're getting into some weird fucking territory. The real
That's not
horror
true. I take that
stories.
back.
Typical
I am a
woman, me
feminist.
tooing it up in
Shit, dude. That
I
was
told you I
fucking
have
dark.
a penis, okay? Who's my proper pronouns?
a Prius.
My penis.
I'm
It
crossing my
sounds
fingers.
like a hybrid Prius penis.
I know. I'm crossing my
'cause it
fingers,
is,
hoping
man.
we get hashtag canceled.
It's economic.
Oh my God.
Hashtag
We
this is
want
definitely
death
not
threats,
recording.
bro.
Oh, that's right. We want death
We
threats.
want death
We want
threats.
death
No, I don't want death threats.
All right.
Shove, I'm gonna stab
Hong
you right in your
Kong,
clitoris.
go China.
Yes, I've made
I
it.
won't give your address if we get death threats. Go kill him. He's the one asking for
Go
it.
ahead. I want to die.
Fuck you, China.
Fuck you, China. Go Hong Kong. China is asshole.
That's our political view for now.
Yeah, for now.
And then let's move on.
Until like a month later.
In recent news, did you guys hear that there was a bat in Fremont
Yes, I saw that.
that was dead and it was on someone's driveway? And when they called animal control, they picked it up and I guess they tested it, and it was found positive for rabies.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
dude.
So this dead ass animal was just on someone's driveway with rabies.
Dude, bats
That's
have a notoriously high immune system. They get basically immune to every disease known to
I
man.
thought they couldn't get rabies.
No, they could. They're,
I
like,
mean,
they're probably
every-
like the
yeah,
number
mammal
one
can
cause
get
of rabies.
Yeah.
right? Besides like
Bats?
dogs.
Yeah, don't
that's
fuck
the
with
thing,
bats,
though. That's the
man.
thing, though. Like, they have a high immune system.
You what?
They don't get
Don't
sick.
fuck with bats.
But all
Yeah, I
the
don't either.
diseases that they carry is still on them.
That's
Yeah, well, yeah.
hard.
Whether it be rabies
Well, yeah, it
or
doesn't.
whatever.
It shouldn't affect them,
Yeah.
but they can still carry it.
Exactly.
It's like you could get sick with a cold or.
Can you
or
imagine
something.
getting AIDS and it not killing you? That'd be awesome.
There's a lot of people.
It's so worth it.
Exactly. Like I have AIDS, but I'm fine.
I'm good. Who wants to fuck?
Who else wants AIDS? I mean, it's not that bad.
He
Pee
says
blood
like
every 3
right
days.
after he tongue punched your bottle of rum.
Oh my
You
god.
can't get AIDS from tongue punching.
Yeah, but who knows what else you got?
I might have herpes.
I don't. Try.
Oh,
Oh my
God.
god.
He might. Knowing Chava, he
Oh,
might.
lucky.
You too?
I wanted it.
You're never lonely.
All I got is the clap.
You just start like looking in your pants.
I mean,
I was taking his pants off.
It's like Charlie Brown. He has herpes. He has gonorrhea. He has chlamydia. I got the clap.
it's like Quagmire's. Nothing you can't get twice.
I know.
That's some Charlie Brown shit.
Yeah.
I got a rock.
Yeah, I did hear about that. I'm just surprised that someone called animal control over a dead animal.
And they didn't like a bat, like
Yeah.
something hella small, and they didn't just throw it out.
Yeah, you could have just scooped it
You
up
can-
and throw
Dude,
it out. in
I
the
probably
trash.
would have
It's
done that
Fremont,
myself.
though.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's just a little. Do you know how big a bat is? It's
They're
like-
not that big. Their wings are kind of big, but when they're like collapsed in, they're hella small. They're,
Yeah,
they're,
They're literally like the size of a chicken nugget.
they're a flying rat.
You
Like
ever
a
seen-
plump chicken
Oh my
nugget, that's like a bat.
You ever
I
seen
fucking hate
African
rats.
fruit bats?
Now you're seeing it in your head.
Yeah.
Dude,
Chicken
those
nugget,
bats are
bat.
huge.
Wasn't there like a werewolf bat looking thing?
That's
Yeah,
the one. That's
it's
like
a fruit bat.
Yeah, it's fucking huge
It's a
in
fox
Africa.
bat.
Yeah.
Flying
yeah, like a
fox?
The
fox
fox.
head.
Yeah, they're
Little
fucking
flying
huge.
foxes.
Yeah.
Seems scary
Yeah.
as fuck.
They're so
They're
cool.
cute as fuck. What are you
Right?
talking
They're so
about?
rad. They're flying bat dogs.
See those
don't
things where they get
fucking
like the
hell.
little, they get the little bat burritos and they wrap them up in a little blanket and they feed them watermelon and they're just like, well,
See, she knows.
Yeah.
it's
dude.
goddamn adorable.
But
I
those
saw-
things are fucking huge.
It's a flying dog.
Yeah.
Like, why would you not?
I
Well,
saw a
giant-ass
picture of one
fucking
that was
flying
like human size. It was like as big as Corey.
Oh, that's Photoshop.
You mean as big as Corey's wiener?
Which is very small. It was like a tiny little like palm. You could
I
put
don't know,
in
dude.
your
This thing
palm.
was huge. And it was like, well, to be fair, it was next to a Filipino man, and he's like, I don't know, 5'5".
Like a freaking lollipop guild. It doesn't count.
But I mean, still, like something as that big.
Yo, you guys seen a hammerhead bat?
No.
No.
What the fuck,
Dude,
Pull that shit up.
dude, it's exactly.
Pull it up.
Dude,
Whip
it's
it out.
exactly what it sounds like. The
damn
bat's
it.
head is the shape of a hammer.
What?
Not like a hammerhead shark. You know those like.
Like an actual hammer.
Jamie,
Like
pull it
pounding
up.
nails. Like a hammer.
Yeah, a hammer.
Oh, no way.
like a regular claw hammer, like carpenter's hammer.
Yeah,
not a
like
cat's
regular-
paw?
Like kind of like a ball peen hammer.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh shit! Hold on. What
I'm
was
looking it
called?
up.
What was it called?
But my internet's slow.
Hammerhead bat.
Bat.
Oh my gosh.
I have
You're
a
not- you're
book.
not- oh.
Dude, that phone still works.
Shut up.
You've never seen her
It's a
flip phone,
classic.
huh?
Dude, it's so cute. It looks like a hippo.
Yeah, it's hella cute. What are you talking about? Those aren't gonna load. You're
here
gonna
it is,
have to
wait, here it
wait
is, here
2
it is.
years till that
So,
loads.
no, that phone does not work. Okay, cool.
It absolutely works.
It looks like
It's the
looks
Not the way
network
that
that
you want it
sucks.
to.
Yo, that one right
Dude,
there.
this looks like a hippo.
I'll kill it.
I'll
shoot it in the
like
head.
a
Hippo,
fuzzy
dude.
hippo.
This looks like a hippo with cleft lip.
It looks like
That's pretty
it literally
adorable.
looks like Bentley with wings.
It does look like your dog.
No, your dog's like head is way more wide than
My
it is
ex-girlfriend
narrow.
gave me a book of like these weird animals around the world.
I love my dog, but if I saw that
Christmas,
shit, like, I'll
nonetheless.
fucking murder
And
it.
then
What
you
kind
saw
of dog
this
do you have again?
hammerhead
Is it a
bat.
Mastiff Pit Bull?
It's a Pitbull Rottweiler mix.
Oh, I love that. That's why that dog is so cool.
He is awesome.
That's
I have a
adorable.
full-on pit bull.
Really?
He's a fucking maniac.
I like those and the star-nosed mole.
My dog, yeah.
The star-nosed moles are fucking rad.
Hell yeah.
They're weird little animals. You know what's also a really weird-ass animal is that, I think it's called eye.
Oh yeah, those
that?
those like little monkey things with like long ass fingers.
It's like a lemur
Yeah.
kind of
What was it
thing. Eye. I don't know
Star-nosed
exactly how to spell
mole.
it. Oh, wait, never mind. Star-nosed mole. Those are pretty
Capybara.
fucking cool. But like
Yeah,
an
that's what I was
eye.
gonna say. It looks like a cat. this,
whatever.
this hammerhead bat looks like a capybara.
Yeah,
killing
look at that
Oh,
thing.
that's a fucking animal.
Does it
Yeah.
look like something
Jesus
out of a fucking
Christ.
Miyazaki movie?
Yeah, it looks like some anime
Looks like,
shit.
it looks like an
yeah.
exploded asshole.
It looks.
Chubby, it looks like
like two of them put together, just some right next to each other.
Looks like it's just a giant hemorrhoid.
You know what it looks
It
like?
looks like your yeast
something out of
infested
Eldritch
pussy.
Horror.
A baboon on a really
Oh,
bad
that's not
day.
its head. That's not its head. That's its
It's like a
mouth.
baboon with hemorrhoids.
So if you look at these other pictures,
Chava, that looks
below,
like your cunt.
Oh shit! It is.
That's its mouth,
It's his mouth. Holy crap!
and then the mouth expands. Look at those hands. Look at
What
the
popped in my head
paws.
when I just said that, I was like,
That's
it's
what
still
that's what
smashed.
Corey's about to get. She keeps talking shit.
He's like right about to whip
Yeah,
it
it's
out,
okay.
too. He's like, let me show y'all.
Dude, my dick's been out this whole time. You guys haven't noticed.
Looks like a smegma petri dish.
So you.
God.
Like this room.
I bet there's some sort of a dish in like the
Tell me what was that
Philippines.
one you're talking about?
An eye.
How do you spell it?
EYE space EYE.
I-
Animal. Yeah, there you go.
Aye, Captain.
Yeah,
guys.
that's what it
Oh,
is.
those fucking things.
That's
So,
what these are
dude,
called.
Yeah.
Oh,
So they
with
have
the
like
long-
a really,
yeah.
really long middle finger, and they have super sonic hearing.
Yeah.
So they'll come out at night, and what they eat is the grubs on the inside of the bark of
Uh-huh.
trees. Then they like whack their finger on the side of the bark to try and find the grubs on the inside, and they listen to the acoustics.
I've seen.
I first saw these on
you even said
Zubamufu.
I.
I got introduced to this.
Yeah, these were on. This was on Zaboomafoo.
Shout out to
That's where I've seen this.
Zaboomafoo.
I got
See,
introduced to this on the wild thornberries in that one episode. At
That
night.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw this on a meme.
No.
Oh, you're cool. Put your bitch
Boosh
dick
baby
in
Madagascar.
Did
Yeah,
you,
fuck
you guys
you,
white
tongue
enough for
twister.
zoo books?
What?
Zoo books? Did you guys ever
I
get
saw
those?
them.
Yeah,
I saw
I
them at
remember
school,
that.
but I never ordered
Dude, I
them.
used to collect them as a kid.
Dude, those things are fucking rad.
They were fucking cool.
My favorite one was the one about wolves. When I had to do a report on them, like
I had
for the
that.
4th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of them was like on miscellaneous.
You guys had
Not
money.
miscellaneous. I didn't have money
I
growing
couldn't
up.
afford this shit.
Dude, he's white like Corey. Of course they have money. They also brought gushers to school.
Oh yeah, you're fucking privileged ass.
Hell no. What
Junior
the fuck?
fucking
Look at
potatoes.
that, man. I don't know. Are you
Well,
white?
Tommy's part Hawaiian.
Tommy looks.
Is he
Really?
part
Tommy-
Hawaiian?
Tommy-
looks
Spanish,
dark,
like,
man.
like a
Tommy's
chill.
Spanish
He's
white.
got some.
I'm a Spanish, white,
You're
Hawaiian.
Portuguese, huh?
Portuguese, Spanish on my mom's side, and Hawaiian, Chinese on my dad.
Yeah, leave him alone.
I can
This
see the
guy.
Hawaiian.
So
you
like,
look like you're
part
want to go
of
surfing.
my family was like slaves, and the other part of my family was like on a boat trying to get
Privilege.
away from slavery.
No. You were the boat bringing the slavery.
no,
No, yeah, you were.
no, I
you
don't think so.
You're just confused.
Tommy is me white.
Sure about that?
Mexican white.
Dude, you're whiter than me.
He is. We were talking
Eddie's
about it
white
last
as fuck.
time. Eddie's got like a 60-year-old elderly man on AARP living right inside him,
I mean, you got the boobs for it.
in the core of his soul.
Hey, I slimmed down. All right.
You have actually since you got out of the car. I was like, oh,
Thank
you
you.
slimmed out a little bit. I noticed that as soon as I got here. Good job, man.
Thank you, Tommy. At least somebody notices.
Keep it
Miguel.
up. Don't gain that weight back, man. You looked really bad.
Oh, dude, looking back at those pictures, oh my god, how could I
Right?
let myself?
When?
Yeah,
Right? When I
When?
see my high school pictures back when I was like 240, I was like, Jesus.
I know. Fuck, dude.
Well, like
Your
four of
fucking
us went
ID
to high
card?
school.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen his ID card?
No.
Dude, he looks
idea.
fat as fuck.
Dude, everybody's ID card's like that. Like when you're a kid and you're like, whoa, what the fuck face am I making?
Honestly,
You're doing the chubby
mine was
bunny
stretched
thing.
out. I don't have the permit anymore, but like
You're fat.
the temporary, the interim ID that they
You're
give
so
you.
fat, you stretches out the pictures.
Exactly. So when I compared my actual ID to like the paper form, the temporary one that they give you, they actually stretched out my picture to fill in the frame.
Wait, what? Dude, you need to show it. Pull that shit up.
He was so fat.
I don't
that
have
his
it anymore.
picture-
Dude, this was like
Pull that
6
shit
I
out.
years
have
ago.
to have it on like a yearbook somewhere.
You guys want
Yeah,
to see
yeah,
it?
I have a yearbook.
I have my 18 and up one. You guys want to see it?
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
I see that.
Pass it around.
Holy moly.
My
Oh my
sister-
god, dude, you look like a fucking convict, and I'm not just saying that because I'm half racist.
Everybody says that. Dude. They're like, you look like a fucking cholo.
I like how
Whoa.
no one's gonna see these.
Dude, right?
I know.
He looks like he's like fucking 30.
What fucking happened to you?
How do you
look
think I
good.
could? Thank you. I was working out at the time. That's when I was like really committed to working out.
Dude, you
What
look...
happened, dude?
Damn, Corey's horny right now.
Just
So am I.
This isn't fucking Chava.
Corey
This
wants
isn't,
it right now.
this isn't Chava.
This is a hot
This
Latino
isn't
man.
fucking Chava.
He's like, all right. I was joking about the clitoris part.
Dog, this isn't fucking you.
This is your brother.
Look at
You have a
this shit.
hot brother.
That's not you.
Dude,
That's not
That's
him.
not him.
my sister.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing this.
Yeah, you
No,
probably have.
fucking, that's not fucking Chava.
Dude, what's wrong with your wallet? This is like folded in half.
Why do you still have that like on you?
Holy crap,
I
that
just
is
don't
not
want-
you.
I don't
That,
wanna
I
get rid
know,
of it.
right? That's not fucking
Fuck.
him.
Someone,
No.
someone told me never to
I
get
don't-
rid of
I
your
don't
own shit,
believe
like
you.
your IDs and shit
That's
like
a
that.
good
There you go.
idea. And if
Yeah.
you're gonna get rid of it, destroy it.
So my sister was
Dude,
looking
I
through
did
the
that. I
library at,
cut in and
at,
like 50
at her
It's
school.
good for the past
That's not
3 years.
fucking
It's
you.
great.
No, I was like, should I get rid of it? And then my sister was like, no, I'd say keep it. So I was like, all right.
It's not you. I don't believe it. Do you believe that's fucking Chava? I think
No,
that's a
dude.
fake ID.
That
That
was
looks
me.
hella close to
I
my
believe-
fake
I
ID.
believe that's-
Not like I
I
ever
believe
had
that's
one, but that
Chava
looks
when he-
fucking close.
I believe that's
Yes, I do.
Chavo when he was Mexican.
Eddie, you look like one of those Mexican drug dealers.
I had a fake ID.
Dude, so does Chava.
It's hella dark in this picture. Like, there's no
I look
light.
like a cartel member, huh?
You look like fucking El Chapo.
Dude,
El Chavo.
Eddie, you gotta
El
grow out your
Chavo.
beard again, man. That's a good beard. Grow that
Trying
shit
to.
out. What's wrong with you?
Wait,
You got a
got too
fucking
itchy,
beard?
man.
It's just
Wait, let me see.
Let me see that shit.
Let me see.
You got a
Just power
beard?
through it, dude. It's
I used
good,
to have.
man. It's
You
good.
used to, yeah.
Oh yeah.
When I
See,
first
this
met
looks
him.
like fucking Eddie. That does not look like Chava.
I was only 18.
That looks
Can you
like
imagine
Chava
that?
on meth.
Right? Like he looks like he's
Dude,
like
you gotta
fucking
get back
31.
on track.
I really do, dude.
Hit up your
I
dinner
hella
again,
fell
man.
off.
You gotta do meth again, dude.
I like
Go
Steven.
back to Modesto.
You're fucking Mexican Benjamin Button. Like no fucking way.
I look
That
like-
was you
I Steven
back in the
Seagal'd
day.
it. Like I was even
Steven
shaved at first, but now I'm fat and I can't do shit.
What happened? What
I
happened?
don't believe that shit.
What happened?
Yeah.
Those fucking chips.
One of
what
the
happened.
things, honestly, is one, I was getting bored of my workouts because I was just doing the same shit over and over again.
So you just didn't want to do it anymore.
Kinda like I was like at one point I was not looking forward to going to the gym because I was like I'm just gonna do the same shit I always do. 2, I turned 21
Oh yeah, that'll
Okay,
do
that
it.
makes
and
sense.
I just wanted to party and drink and shit like that. And 3, honestly,
Why are you
was
saying it like that?
I don't know because I'm trying to remember because I'm kind of buzzed.
Yeah.
And 3 is because I was honestly going
Oh.
through a little bit of like depression episode, so that kind of made me fall out of everything.
You want this one?
I love how he said, "Yeah,
no,
I'm in a
no,
depression
no.
episode," and these two are like, "Oh,
Well,
I'm
we're
pouring my,
just like
I'm
pouring
Just
drinks.
slamming it,
Oh,
man.
yeah, dude.
I'm pouring
Talk
my
about your
heart out while
feelings.
you guys are pouring fucking liquor.
I'm
Thank
pouring
you.
this for you, you dick. Well, not this one. This one's for me. The next one's for you.
Yeah,
Oh.
Eddie, what were you saying?
Yeah, so my sister was looking at the library
Thank you.
at the school where she goes, and apparently they have old yearbooks from years past. And she looked up, I think, 2006 or 2008,
This is when I used to work
my
out.
sophomore year. And she showed me my picture. And then I saw my senior picture. I'm like, God damn, what the fuck was I thinking in high school wearing that
Those were
mustache?
pecs. Those weren't titties. Those were pecs.
Still
remember
looking
that
at them
mustache?
titties
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
How stupid is it going to be when people notice that he liked
Yeah,
his
dude,
own
that-
picture of that?
That mustache
did
does
I
not look
really?
good on you.
What was
I didn't even notice I did that.
Not even now, that
Like your old
mustache never
picture
looked
back
good
when
on
you
me.
were thin.
Did you notice how sunburned I was?
Yeah, dude. You also tan
Looks
too.
like you took a chest slap.
Because what happened was I was trying to put sunscreen on, and it was like a spray on one,
I fucking hate those.
and I guess I didn't fucking get on properly, so I was like sunburned on my shoulder, then on my belly button.
Supposed to rub
and,
it
like,
in, bud.
I did,
Gotta rub it in more.
and it
When you
fucking
think you
didn't
have
work.
the law of sunblock. When you think you have enough, more.
Put
Take
more,
it from the white guy.
Take it from the white guy.
and the ginger.
Yeah, take it from the.
The
She
ginger
actually
don't
she never goes
allow.
out. She
Yeah.
can't go in the sun. She'll just burst.
No,
into flames.
yeah, exactly. Dude, did I
really
ever
will.
tell you guys like I had like a camp. I went to a camp that was in the Mojave Desert, like for
Let me
summer.
guess.
Oh,
Let
how
me
you
guess.
survive?
Let me
Like
guess.
fucking
Let me
hell.
guess, Corey. You guys had a bad feeling and you left, and turns out a serial killer was in a near vicinity.
No, but it
Wrong.
was okay. Okay, but like we did like a hike, and it was near, you know how like the Area 51 is in grids. This was like in one of those grid areas, and when we were hiking, we got to like this part that was just fence, and it had like this big sign over it that was. It said, government property, do not cross, like, this is government owned, you might be shot, like, all this shit, and we're like, oh,
Let's
our
cross
counselor-
Let's
our
do
counselor
it.
got us
Area 51
lost.
raid.
YOLO, bitch! Just fucking go.
Our camp counselor was like,
We want alien cheeks. We want alien cheeks.
our counselor was like, I think we got off somewhere, let's just go back the other way, and we're just, like, wandering around in the Mojave Desert, and, there was this big fucking black thing covered up. It looked like a body bag, and this kid was like, "Whoa, a body bag!" And he's like going over to it, and the camp girl's just like, "Get your ass back over here, and back in the line, and we're going back to camp."
Oh my god.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you guys
Good
check it out?
counselor.
Did you guys sneak out afterwards
Good
to check
job,
it
sir.
out?
What?
Did you guys sneak out afterwards to check it out?
Snuck it after? No, we didn't know where it was.
Snuck it out.
Everything is
No.
like just barren out there. Like it's super hard
It's
to find
almost like
anything.
a fucking desert.
But my skin came off.
I'm surprised you didn't burst into flames, honestly.
We did this
Well, the
fucking
skin came
game.
off, and then it burst into flames.
Exactly.
just
Just the
melted.
skin.
It just went.
It's like this
as soon as it
reptilian
hit
thing.
it
You
just
shed it
melted.
off, you leave it in the sun, it ruminates a little,
Then you go
cooks.
back
If I
into
took
your
if I
cloak.
took Corey to Vegas, she would just melt.
I would. Yeah.
Shit, I would melt.
It's fucking hot.
Because
as
you're a
balls over there.
65-year-old white man.
Dude, Christina's in Vegas right now.
I know,
Guess what happened?
I saw that.
Did she
watch.
melt?
No. Guess what happened? So
She got
she went for like some school thing that they're doing like some conference out
I
there.
thought she went to Kiki because Kiki.
No. He went to a party.
Yeah.
Christina went out for the school event, and they're gonna go volunteer at this thing, and then just hang out in Vegas.
Uh-huh.
So they got an Airbnb, and she texts me in the middle of the night. Oh, I just landed. I'll let you know when we get to the Airbnb. And then like I wake up in the middle of the night. I have to get to work hella early. So the first thing I see before my alarm goes off is her text message, and she's like, "A whole bunch of shit just happened. I'm okay. It's like 4 a.m. This is like 4 hours later after she lands, and she's like, I'll tell you in the morning." So I texted her while I was at work. There was some downtime, and she goes, "The Airbnb that we got was a fraud," and then one of the girls
no.
that went
fuck.
with us ditched us. And so that's all the information I had. I'm like, what the fuck? Did this bitch like screw you guys out of money or something? And so,
Or like some human trafficking thing.
dude, I don't know. So,
really hope not.
so the Airbnb just ended up being fake, right?
dude.
They spent a few hours trying to find another place to stay at. It's like 2 a.m. I don't know what time they actually found a spot, but she said they didn't actually go to sleep until like 4 a.m.
Wait, all this isn't covered by the school though?
No, so this is a voluntary thing.
Oh, okay.
But like, if you went, you got, I don't know, like
You gotta take care of your own
bonus shit or something.
Sort of like with me and my respiratory therapy when I was going through school. There's like a big Greater Bay Area Region Conference in Tahoe, and if you're a member of like the associations or societies like the AARC or whatever,
ARP.
yeah.
Okay, you're a 65-year-old man.
But if you're members of the society, even as a student, you get like a discount, and then you get access to like booking your hotel rooms early.
Right.
Yeah, was there anything like that for her? Or?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think they did this on their own. I don't remember what the full story is, but she basically went to volunteer and get like credit for something. It's also good to network because then you don't know where you're gonna end up in. It's just career shit that she's taking care of. But anyways, like the crazier part was like, okay, fine, the thing is a fraud. The Airbnb covered them for like another one. They basically just transferred the money that they spent on that to a different Airbnb, like a real one. So they didn't really lose money.
So wait, so the person who they booked it from
Was
didn't-
fake.
But they didn't run away with the money.
Probably because I don't know how Airbnb works. I don't know if it goes through
Yeah, I've never
Airbnb
done
and
it
then
either.
to them.
How did they know it was a fake?
Because there was no house.
Oh,
There was nowhere to go.
Right. They just gave it
I
the
don't
scheme.
know the
You had
full
to-
story.
yeah.
I'm gonna talk to her
Just in the middle of the desert.
after you guys
nothing.
leave.
Oh,
I'm
there's
gonna
something
call her,
different about this.
and then
It's
I'll get
odd.
more
It's
on
just
the
a
story.
lot.
it's just a parking lot in the middle of Vegas. Is this our Airbnb? It's like,
okay,
Do you
well,
guys ever hear? Go ahead.
Yeah, keep going.
So the second thing when the friend ditched them, she kind of explained more on that. Was basically while they're trying it's a group of girls, from her PT classes, and so they were trying to figure out like where they're gonna stay at, and struggling because they're lost. They have all their luggage like in a parking lot somewhere. Like we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah.
Looking for new accommodations, and then this other girl was like, "Well, I've been talking to this guy."
I knew it. She was gonna go get some dick. I knew it.
Basically, and they had never met each other. They were just talking online for the longest time. And so the girl even said like, "Oh, I don't really trust like this guy. Can you guys like watch my stuff?"
The fuck? I would have sold that shit.
Like, isn't that fucked up?
Yeah, I would've done that, but I
it's
would've been
basically
very upset.
I have a place
If
to
you
stay.
ditched us while we were doing that, you're like, I know some chick around here. I'm like, dude, you're just gonna be in the bottom of a river if you leave us.
Dude, that's fucked up. I have a place to stay. You guys can figure it out. Bye.
watch my stuff.
Watch me out. Watch
Basically,
my
like,
stuff.
like, oh yeah, watch my purse too. Make sure I
my
don't
camera's
get
in
robbed.
there, my phone. What else is in there?
I would have left your stuff in
Like
that
I said,
parking lot.
Tommy, like if you were like, oh, watch my guitar. Like, dude,
Watch my guitar in my hands
That
while I
shit's
go
gonna
get
be
laid.
at Pawn Stars, like in a matter of 20
What can I
minutes.
get for this?
$5? Fuck it. Give me the $5. Give me the $5. Fuck
Dude,
this
where's
guy.
my guitar?
I'll take it
Man,
for
fuck
free.
your guitar.
Fuck you and your guitar. I hope
Hold
you got
on,
a
hold
good
on,
nut
hold
off
on. I
that
need
shit.
an expert to take it. No, you don't need an expert. Just give me the fucking
Give me- just
$5.
give me the
Yeah.
fucking $5.
No, let's bring in an expert. Let's see how much this.
Wait,
No,
is-
fuck
is
a
this-
TV show.
Is this stolen? Like, kind of. Well, what happened to the person? Well, he's not dead, but he's dead to us now.
we can't take stolen goods, and then the cameras turn up. All right, we'll give you $5.
I'll sell it to a random crackhead. I don't care. Hey, you want this shit? Just give me, what do you got? All right, a crack pipe. I'll take it.
I could just see later on. Well, this guy really did like put up a hard bargain, but I needed that. What kind of guitar you have?
Gibson.
Yeah, I needed that Gibson, so I gave him $5, and he was okay with it. Hard bargain though.
Just guy on TV
Yeah.
show. It's like, yeah, I bought a Gibson for $5. What a
That's
fucking
fucked
jackass.
up, though. Is she back with them or what?
I don't know. I don't know
You
the whole
don't know
story
any more
because
details.
it's happening live.
But they
right
have a
now.
place to stay. They have a place to stay.
Yeah, they're safe now.
Yeah,
right?
they found a place to stay.
Good.
Figured it
Okay,
out.
cool. I'm glad. And she's there for school?
It's
Like a
it's
conference?
related to school. Yeah, it's like some physical therapy conference.
And
that
she
they-
is-
that they just have in Vegas, I guess.
And they have downtime in Vegas.
And they have downtime. Yeah.
So
So
she's-
they volunteer for this thing to get in for free. You have to normally pay to get in to this conference. I don't know the whole spiel about it, but they have extra days.
That's
I think the
pretty
conference is like
fucking
1 or
rad.
2 days, and then they just.
She
hang
should
out.
go to a hockey game. Doesn't even matter who they're playing.
Yeah, fuck Vegas.
I mean,
She
I
only
wanna go
wants
back
to
to
go. with
Thank
me.
you.
I fucking hate Vegas with a passion. I hate
Did
the
you
Knights.
guys? Did you?
Thank
what?
you, Eddie.
Go ahead.
I will definitely go to a Nets game.
I
For
didn't
the
want to
reason
go to
being,
cool
Vegas.
just to
stadium.
experience it because apparently it's like a really crazy theatrical.
Okay,
event.
okay, listen.
To
If
the
I
point where
want,
it's like,
if I
how
wanted,
hockey
listen,
is it and how much is it not?
If
hockey?
you're in Vegas,
Listen.
go see the Knights.
Listen.
Or whoever the fuck is playing there.
Listen.
But fuck the Knights.
exactly.
Share.
Listen,
But
if I
fuck the
wanted to
Knights.
see a
But
low
fuck
budget,
the Knights.
The Knights.
Summonize them.
if I want to see a low budget, no, a high budget, mediocre medieval show, I would have seen Game of Thrones. Okay. Because fuck Vegas,
that joke. Did
How
not
many
land.
times have you mentioned
that
Game of
does-
Thrones now?
like twice, maybe.
Are you
Too
sad with
many
season 8 or something?
times.
Do you
What?
not like season 8?
I haven't seen season 8. I'm not really.
Oh my
into-
god, are
seen
we
any of
fucking
it?
talking
I've
about
seen
Game of
all.
Thrones?
I've seen. I'm caught up to the latest season,
Okay.
but it's just like, yeah. I just hate Vegas with the passion. Like I said, if I
I
wanted to
hate
see,
Vegas with the passion.
if
too.
I
They're
wanted to
taking
see
away
a
my football team.
mediocre medieval, show,
Oh, you're
I would
bad
have
with
seen
the
Game of
ratings.
Thrones.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so
You
much.
want to go to that game? You wanna
He
go to the
needed
game
it.
soon?
But
Before they
What,
leave?
a rating game?
but
I have season tickets.
Do you want to go to one soon?
you have season tickets?
I might
Are
be
they,
able
like,
to go. There.
banked?
My folks have one. They have one for each other, but I can just
Your mom
like,
is
hey, I
such
want to
a
go.
diehard for no reason.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why. But whatever. It's
It's
a
like
thing.
she's extra on that shit.
But yay or nay?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to the tailgates for sure.
I'm going
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
Yeah, so I'll hit you up.
Wait,
I'm
what are we
in the
talking about?
parking lot.
Are we talking about still the Sharks or the Raiders?
The
Raiders.
Oh, never mind.
Dude, you
Yeah,
can't
we
tailgate at a
transitioned,
fucking
man.
Raider game? I mean, at a fucking Sharks game?
know.
I wish you could.
Sharks game?
Sharks.
Because they're so shitty in the fucking.
They won.
They finally won.
They finally won. It took
1 and
them
4,
to
baby.
finally get Marlowe back.
San Jose
Hey, all
Sharks.
it
Got
took
the
was a
oldest
40-year-old
fucking-
man to
yeah.
help them fucking score.
The oldest fucking player in the NHL fucking won the
Fucking-
first game for us.
Thornton, Barlow on the same line. What is this? 2006?
What is this, 1997?
Exactly.
I like how we finally have some relevance on this.
I know,
on this
right?
podcast.
Look though.
Listen,
Why? Hold on,
I
hold
said-
on. Why did they get rid of Pavelski?
All right, this is out of my crazy.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
Because his contract was up.
Exactly. I'll tell you why. Because they fucking signed our Eric Carson to an $11 million a year for 8 years,
That's right.
and they
And they re-signed Couture
they did. They
for
resigned
like
Couture.
another 6 years or something like that.
Yeah.
And they made him captain.
Yeah, and then the salary cap just hit him hard. That's why they had to sell Donskoy.
they got rid of Donskoy.
They got rid of
Donskoy.
Donskoy. They got rid of.
Oh, no,
Joakim
don't
Ryan,
spoil
don't
Gus
get to hear
Nyquist, Justin
Dan
Braun.
Bruce and Elsie
That
just
would
go,
upset me
Donskoy.
so much.
4 defensemen. They got rid of 4 defensemen to make room for the salary cap.
We got rid of our like main enforcer.
Exactly.
Justin Braun was fucking crazy.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
Now our main
He was-
enforcer
yeah.
is either
Him
Brandon
and Donskoy, those guys were like really good on the defensive line.
Yeah.
I don't keep up with specific shit like this.
And neither do
wanna
I.
see
I'm just
the
trying to like
games.
float along.
But
and
they
see.
got rid of Donskoy. That's like the best name in the fucking league.
The Don-
Donskoy.
It's not like a made up catchphrase.
Dude, I love Dan Brusinowski. He's just
I
all,
fucking love
dude,
Dan
Dan
Anderson.
he's got a
Hell
perfect
yeah.
radio voice.
Hell
It's like
yeah.
Bazinga.
Ooh.
Do I have a video to show you guys?
Listen, I said, fuck the Knights, and I said I would never go to Vegas because, fuck the Knights. But this year, I made, not this year, but like, it happened this year where I had a bucket list thing. I want to go and visit every 32 now because of fucking Seattle, 32 National Hockey League arenas and watch a game.
Why are you so bummed out about Seattle?
It's fucking Seattle, of course. There's another fucking expansion you never get to experience.
Now we gotta go to one more stadium on my bucket list.
God
of
damn it.
32.
Honestly, because it's literally the whitest of the white.
Well, I mean,
There's
Yeah,
not
then
much to
why
do
don't
in
they have
Seattle.
Dude, it's not even that. It's more of like, okay, if Seattle comes in, of course they're going to be in the Pacific, which means probably Vegas is going to move to Central. And that means there's another expansion team. And of course, they're probably, listen, I'm not saying this, it might happen, but if we don't protect our players next season, they're going to get fucking Brent Burns. Watch.
What's wrong with Brett Burns?
No, they're going to get Brent Burns.
Oh, they're
take
gonna
away.
get Brent
Yeah,
Burns.
for the
I
expansion
thought you meant
draft.
like Brett Burns like a sickness. I'm like, oh,
No.
what's wrong with him?
They're gonna get him.
Like Tommy John surgery or something, you know?
No,
They're gonna take care of them.
They're gonna rape
no,
him.
with the expansion
whoa.
draft.
Yeah,
You know.
easy, man. This is
You
a
know-
family podcast.
Because you know how Vegas wasn't
Talking
allowed
about
to like,
Chavez cunt.
draft like good players? They were allowed to get like, the second best.
No, that was
At
the
the
bad
expansion
I don't know
thing.
about that.
I was
the
like,
bad
oh,
thing?
it's,
I mean-
it's Chavez cunt.
Fucking, I don't know how they were able to snag William Karlsson. That guy's good. I hate him, but he's fucking good.
Dude, I don't know how they even got Marlowe back. That's fucking crazy.
Speaking of Nevada,
I really want to go back to Vegas.
Go on.
I've never been to Vegas. I don't really care.
I want.
If we have a show in Vegas,
Oh, yeah,
I
if
would
we
be
play-
fucking
if we play in
stoked.
Vegas,
I would stay in
I'm
Vegas
down.
and play a fucking punk rock show, sold out. I don't give a shit.
Oh yeah, Nevada. I
That
heard
sounds
Nevada
awesome.
gets down.
I'm down. Open up for like
don't
some
give a shit.
residency.
I don't give a shit. I'll be sober as fuck. It'll be fun.
I want to go back. I want to go back to because honestly, when I went there, all I did was fucking party. I partied on a rooftop. I partied fucking casinos and shit like that. That shit was
on a
fun as fuck.
roof.
Yeah, but you didn't get
top.
laid.
Yeah,
on
it was a.
rooftop.
I wanted to, but she was too
Standing
expensive.
on the rooftop.
I was just in there hard. $600 each. Fuck that.
Jesus
Each.
fucking Christ.
Yeah,
No shit.
seriously.
An hour?
Goddamn.
Or 15 minutes.
You should have gone to Reno at the Moonlight Bunny Ranch.
I wanted to. but-
That's expensive.
Oh, is it?
it's too
Dude,
expensive.
some chick did an interview. Like, what's the most you've ever made? She's like, oh, I made $30,000 in one night, and the dude just took her out to dinner
God.
Dude,
Fuck
I heard
that.
more.
for a night.
I had heard more
Jesus
stories like that.
Christ, that's fucking depressing. I'm
Right?
depressed now.
For a night. Some dude paid $30,000 to go on
Holy
a date with
fuck.
a fucking 22-year-old.
Oh,
I've heard,
I'm
like,
so
I wanna
fucking
do
that.
depressed right now.
I've heard
I know.
stories
That hurt
about,
me in my
about,
soul.
about that happening
The
where
Moonlight
they,
Bunny Ranch?
where they make more money from like the not weird kinky fetish shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're not even having sex, they're just, like, hanging out.
Really
Yeah.
I don't know.
Shit.
Kinky
Yeah,
fetish shit,
really
having
weird
dinner.
shit.
I heard,
They-
I heard this one chick make hella money. I forgot how much, but she made hella money by just like letting the guy suck on her toes. She wasn't doing anything.
That's
She just
gotta
sat
be
there.
that guy
That
has
is
to be the
kinky
kind of
fetish
guy
shit,
that
though.
has like multiple relationships with like sex dolls in his closet.
I mean,
And he goes,
I think-
maybe I
I
should
think-
try it with
yeah,
a human being.
yeah.
I think
Sex
I'm
dolls.
a fucking millionaire.
They're
and I'm
probably
a
body
CEO.
parts.
I think it's like just,
You got to be rich in order to own
just
one of
the
those things. I mean,
fetishy.
come on.
I think
Oh,
it's
fuck
like
yeah.
if
They're
it's
like
like
$8,000.
I think if it's like the fetishy stuff, they charge a little bit more because that might be a little
yeah,
weird.
of
yeah,
course.
that's.
Like
I forgot where I saw
But
it.
I
It was,
think-
it was this
Maybe
one
like
woman
that guy was
interviewing-
like, I like watching you eat, and then this other guy was like, I
I'm
like,
really into
I want
live
to eat your
mukbang.
toes.
Live mukbang. Oh, you mean a date?
There was an interview with one of these women, and she said that when she first started, she was like all kind of like scared, kind of got forced into it
Uh-huh.
in a way.
How'd you
And
get forced into it? I mean,
I
I'm
don't
pretty sure you
I
have
read
to
this.
be
I read
fucking
this a
broke.
long time ago. But anyways,
Yeah.
she
some of them were involved in like sex trafficking. And shit
yeah
like that,
yeah. So
Oh, man,
yeah,
this,
yeah.
Well,
This
hopefully they're
woman-
making a better living now. I mean,
I mean, I'm sure
They
they
probably are.
this
They're
woman was
making
talking
Debbie
with one
fucking
of
Downer.
the people who was already there, and
what? I want to make sure they're making
Guys.
that
Hey,
and that lady told her like, oh, you can make more money by getting them to do other stuff that's not sexual. Like if you can kind of sway the way that session goes into like non-sexual stuff, you can actually make way more money. That's so fun.
Imagine how much they charge you if you ask them like get you some water or something.
when a blowjob is $50 and a glass of water is like $8,000.
But they look sexy as
For the
fuck.
real money,
But it's like
Zach.
the best glass of water you've ever had. It's from Vegas.
Oh, me and my cousin,
Ooh.
we wanted to get one, Let's remind all the viewers that it's legal out there. And
Get
Lots of
one
water?
what? Like your sex doll?
oh,
In my
fucking hooker.
defense,
But yeah, we called a bunch of girls, and they were all like 800 and up. We were like, "What the fuck?" And they were like, "Hey, it's Vegas, man. Like, you're gonna need to
Yeah,
spend
you're
some
gonna
money."
need to spend
And
some
you're like,
money,
"And
yeah.
you're on the strip?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, if I was rich, I'd probably call up one of those girls and just humiliate the shit out of her.
I mean, think
So
about it.
Eddie would be one of those weirdos that like.
Eddie would be McCamey Manor.
I would
Eddie
be.
would pay $30,000 for a
I
date.
would be.
wait, what would you do?
$30,000 for a date.
Humiliate them.
Why? He would
Oh
make
my
him
God.
hooker fight.
You'd be
hate
McGamey.
fuck
All
them.
right.
Hooker fight. And just
Dude, I fucking would.
Bro, if I had money. Instead of a boxing
went-
match and it's just hookers.
You want this $8,000? You're gonna have to fight for it.
Fuck yeah.
We only have
fucking
sex now.
gnarly,
I'm
guys.
fucking masturbating. You guys fucking beat each other.
have to
To
fight
the
with their
death.
titties out.
That's some Game of Thrones shit. Hey,
Fight
No,
her.
no, no. If they spit on them, on each other, then
Game of
it's Game of
Thrones.
Thrones.
One
Fuck it,
more
dude. I
fucking
probably have
time.
him
they
there. Like,
decapitate each other. That is
have
Game
them
of Thrones
stand there
shit.
naked. Have them stand there naked, and I'll just like throw food at them, piping hot food at them.
Oh,
Popping hot food.
Just throwing hot pockets?
Yeah.
This is my fetish. This is my fetish.
Hot and cold pockets.
Hey, they want to say sex work is work. Fucking work for your shit.
I don't know if, like,
I think
degrading them is work.
I think my goal is for them to say no. I'll do anything but that.
It's
I'll
like,
do
now you
anything.
owe me $1,000.
But get the hot pockets thrown at me.
And then you start to blame them like, well, now you guys wasted a bunch of hot pockets.
I fucking would blame them too. Like, see, fucking now you owe me fucking pepperoni.
I will pay up front, but if you deny anything, you pay me.
Honestly, when I was in Vegas, though, I had the best fucking burger and beer I've ever had in my goddamn life.
Burger
Oh yeah,
and
you were
beer?
saying that last time.
Yeah,
Where
well,
was that at?
It was at this restaurant. I stayed in the Venetian, and the Venetian is like a very high-end fucking.
Big spender.
Yeah,
over
it's a very well-known hotel and casino.
there. Okay,
in Las
weird
Vegas.
flats. Go on.
Yeah. You see that flex? Yeah, I saved the Venetian. I gambled in the
I can't
Venetian.
even pronounce it right.
Yeah, I went to the pool in the
this-
Venetian.
Is this
Who
the
wants
same
to hire
restaurant
Chava for
that,
stand-up?
You said, oh yeah, I had a burger in Vegas, and I found out there's one here in San Jose.
No,
and then I
no,
can't
no,
drive
no.
it anyway.
No, that's a different one. But my cousin was like asleep at the time. I went with my cousin, and it's like noon, and he's still asleep because we didn't go to sleep till like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, I'm gonna go downstairs and get something to eat because there's a food court, and you can get like just it's like a mall food court, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm going
24-hour kind of thing?
Huh?
24-hour?
Yeah.
Whenever you want?
Yeah.
That sounds
So I'm
cool.
going downstairs and I'm in the elevator and I see a button that says restaurant. So I'm like, let me check that out. So I press the button that says restaurant. I get off where it says restaurant and I'm just going down this long hall. I'm like, where the fuck am I? And I just come up on this like really nice restaurant. Must be like, fuck, I don't even know if it was like a 5-star or what, but it was like a really nice place. So I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll eat here.
Do you remember the name?
Bouchon. It was like Bouchon or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds bougie.
Yeah, no,
What's
it was fucking really good high-end shit. And so I'm looking through the menu, and it's like shit you can't pronounce.
Yeah.
And so
Sounds about right.
I see,
It's all $500 each.
yeah,
How much did you pay?
I see I'll tell you that in a minute. I see burger, so I was like, I'll get a burger, and so I asked for a beer, and dude, the beer was like so refreshing. Like you hardly come across a beer that's so refreshing, so crisp. Just everything, just the right amount of like hops, right amount of just everything, ales, all that shit. And the burger was really good. Like my favorite part was the cheddar cheese they had. It was like so sharp, and the fries were fucking delicious, dude.
How much did you pay?
$50.
Holy fuck!
$50 for a burger and
Were
beer.
you full?
Yes, and I was extremely satisfied with it.
Then yeah, dude, that's
And
what
honestly,
fine.
best $50 I've ever spent in my goddamn life.
dude, that steak we had in Texas.
I was just thinking about that, dude.
That was
you
the
just
made me think about that steak.
That was the
again.
Dude,
most
I
money I'd
think
ever
about that
dropped on
burger
my
every
own
once in a
dinner.
while.
Like it ended up being like $100 a head.
Yeah.
And there's 6 of us, so it's like $600 for that dinner.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, no. Oh, so
God,
Yeah,
dude,
it
are
was
you
so fucking
serious?
It was so
It was
fucking
so
good. I
fucking
feel it,
worth
dude. I
it.
feel
God,
it.
dude.
Oh,
It was so worth it. Oh my god.
So like me and my cousin, one of the reasons we went, like our trip was pretty much free. because my
What
cousin.
the fuck?
No, because my cousin.
And you didn't want to drop $600
no,
on this
no,
fucking hooker?
no,
Cheap
fuck
bitch.
it.
Cheap ass bastard. You
My
had
cousin
money.
didn't either. No, 'cause my,
He's cheap too. I'm
my cousin
just kidding, I
went
love you.
like maybe like a year before we went, before I went at least, and like he just spent so much money that like that's how they get you to come back. Like, oh,
Yeah.
we'll give you a free room, blah blah blah. So he's like,
Yeah, that sounds
he,
right.
he gambles like a degenerate.
It's like the money's not in like the hotels and shit. The
Yeah,
money's
yeah,
in,
like,
in the casinos.
Everything was free. They gave us like $200 in like food
Yeah.
and beverage. Like,
That's the whole point of it. Is just spend all the money you got. So if
exactly.
you don't have anything,
And
here's
he
something
knew
to
it.
spend.
And he knew it too. He wasn't like, oh, they gave me this compliment. He's like, oh no, I gamble like an idiot. That's
they
why
gave
they
me a
want me
grand
back.
just to get rid of it in like
Yeah,
30
yeah,
seconds.
pretty much. And so we went to there's a restaurant in there. It was supposed to be like Gordon Ramsay's restaurant.
Oh, cool.
And so it was cool. And we went in, and they were like, "Oh, do you have a reservation?" And we were like, "No, we don't. Sorry." And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you can't come in here." But they're like, you can sit at the bar." So he's like, "You can eat and shit at the bar." So I was
That's
like,
what happened.
cool.
Your $600 at a bar.
No, we spent like $150 at the bar and, on 2 filet mignons
That's
and
still drunk as
fries
fuck, but okay.
and beers, but like it was fucking
Wait, 2
good.
filet mignons?
Yeah.
Each?
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
No, not
that's-
each. Like one
okay.
for me, one for him.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's fucking bank,
that's
man.
my favorite.
I
Yeah.
was about to get that in Texas.
Filet mignons are
And then-
fucking good.
and
They're
then I
small,
went
but
to
they're
New
good.
York Strip.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
they're
my
hella good.
favorite cut of meat, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, the most I ever spent on dinner before Texas was a filet mignon in Heavenly. It was $75.
Where's that?
Tahoe.
Heavenly's like South Lake Tahoe.
Oh, okay.
Cusping the border of like California and Nevada.
Okay.
Somewhere down there.
State line Nevada, actually.
Yeah, it's like right on the other side. I think it cuts the both, doesn't it?
No, no, I used to live there. So there's a street that like, if you go down, I think was it like Lake Tahoe Boulevard,
Yeah, I think so.
and you at that stoplight where like in front of you is Harvey's and Harris.
I don't know. I didn't live there.
Yeah, I know what
Yeah,
that is.
if you make a left on down that street, that's the state line. That's the state line border.
Oh
line.
no shit.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So then once you cross that, you're in Nevada.
I thought State Line was that. Are you talking about the street before the casinos?
Yeah. So if you're
So
at,
it's basically you go across the crosswalk and that's the State Line.
yeah,
Is that
Yeah.
the road that goes up to state? You might not know this. The Stagecoach. No.
don't know about the stagecoach, but I know if you keep going straight on Tahoe Boulevard,
Yeah.
you'll eventually end up to like a beach area, and that's where the
Oh,
the
that's
Miss,
the Lake Tahoe.
yeah the Miss
okay.
Dixie
Yeah.
boat ride cruise that you take from like the Nevada side all the way up to the Tahoe side, and you go around Emerald Bay.
Yeah,
That sounds about right, yeah.
I know what you're
I think
talking
I've
about.
been
My
over
uncle's actually the
That-
captain
that-
of one of the boats.
Nice,
Really?
dude,
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
So I
Hook
went
it
there.
up! What the fuck?
Fuck you guys never
Yeah,
went?
I've never been to Lake Tahoe.
Dude, I didn't know
really
this
wanna
shit.
Yeah,
Is it
I
like
went
the
there.
Next year,
Dixie
next year.
or
Let's
something?
plan.
I went.
go. Fuck that. This
What?
year. Let's go for Christmas.
It's cool as
So
fuck.
crazy.
Hell no.
For New Year's.
Yeah, he's a
I'd fucking go
little
for New
man.
Year's, honestly.
I don't know.
He's super
faker.
soft, man.
Wait, what
You
do you
faker.
want to do for New
I
Year's?
mean, little-
What did I want to do for New
You
Year's?
said something about Tahoe for New Year's, didn't you? Oh, Booker said
That was
something about
Booker
it.
said
Yeah.
something, but I can't. I don't have vacation time.
Yeah,
I basically used it all up.
I'm
For
down
my
to go
last
next
holiday.
year for
Wait,
like
when does New Year's fall on?
stuff like that.
The New Year's,
January
January 1st.
Damn, you guys are fucking worthless.
Dumbass.
Are you saying what day? I
Yes,
think it's
what
a
day?
Tuesday or Wednesday.
I
Oh
went
no,
there.
my cousin might want to go back. He talked to me about going back to Vegas for New Year's, so I might go with that.
It's Wednesday.
Yeah, it is Wednesday.
Yeah.
I think this time I might pay the $600.
Oh my god, dude, that's sad. I'm sorry.
Oh fuck you!
I'm sorry. That's
All right.
that's fucking
It
sad.
could
not-
be worse.
I
It could be
went,
worse.
You're gonna
It could always be worse.
I
You
went
gonna three-way
there.
this chick with your cousin,
Yeah.
dude. No.
Yes, dude, that makes me want to wash my hands.
I know.
It's like fucking somebody passing the condom to your family member.
yeah, I was gonna
and
say,
then-
yeah, just
You're
take
gonna
that
share
condom.
the condom.
Use the condom, rinse under the tab. You're
That's how
fine.
cheap you're gonna be. You're gonna
You know,
share the
we
condom.
have more morals than
We're
that.
family. It's fine. We share STDs in this
So we're gonna
family.
share a box of condoms.
Just flip the smegma around.
Oh my god.
No,
Just flip it inside out and give it a good blow.
no.
It's like underwear. You just flip it inside out. You're good for no turn.
God.
There was like this little girl at this pumpkin patch. So just went through.
Wait. That's a weird transition. Hold on.
Relax.
Gross, Corey.
We were going through this like fucking pumpkin patch, and it was like this hayride thing that goes around, and it's kind of like a little haunted house thing. Scare actors pop up at you, and there was like this girl sitting in front of us, and like when the scare actors started popping up, she was like, "Don't come near me! I have STDs! I have STDs! I have STDs!" And I was like, "What the fuck?" This fucking 11-year-old screaming, "I have STDs!" And then she bumped it up a notch. She was like, "Itching and burning, STDs, STDs." I was like, "Holy fuck! Where are your parents?"
It's like that.
Wait, this was a child?
Fucking like 11 years old, man.
It's like that girl from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, where she
Which
finds
one?
Which one?
Which girl?
Oh, the sister.
Oh.
The girl,
Yeah.
the girl from Dirty Dancing, where she finds the principal in her
Yeah.
house, and she's like, "I hope you know I have a. I called the cops, and also I have a scorching case of herpes."
I don't remember that scene.
I remember that. I love that movie.
She like radios him
Yeah, I remember that movie.
downstairs.
My herpes are inflamed right now.
I like the end of the movie where the principal gets on the bus with all the little kids.
I don't remember that part.
Boom, boom, boom.
It's funny that you say that because he is a registered sex offender.
Is
he?
Oh my
He looks
god,
the type.
really?
Ben
It's
Stein?
probably from the
Jesus
movie.
Oh, no, no,
Christ.
it's not Ben
I didn't
Stein.
fucking know that either, man.
Fucking movies.
Everybody in
No,
fucking
no, no,
Hollywood, though.
He was like that, and he was in like
Just
he was in
assume.
It's not
Beetlejuice
John
too.
Hollywood. Yeah, he was in Beetlejuice. He was in what was that really like fancy academic movie?
Corey might know.
No, starts in the A.
Can you do
Amadeus.
that finger thing away from my crutch? Whatever you're doing, trying to figure out what this is.
Trying to cast a spell.
Trying to do the
Itching
the
and
circle game.
burning, itching and burning.
Boyle.
Was it
No boils there.
Welcome to Who Gives a Shit After Hours.
Oh,
You're
God.
back here at the Jack Off Hour with DJ Easy Dick.
We're taking calls now. Caller, you're on the air.
Amadeus.
Amadeus.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, we got it.
That killed me.
The
That was gonna
biopic,
kill
the
me.
biopic with about
Probably
Amadeus
biopic.
Wolfgang, right?
Biopig
Yes.
Yeah.
or biopic? I heard biopig. I'm sorry.
I said biopic.
Biopic. Okay.
Leave his words alone, okay?
Leave Eddie alone. Stop
Eddie
it.
has the best words.
Yeah, are we still talking about fucking
The best words.
fucking Vegas?
Thank you. You did
Fucking
my hero.
Vegas. Are we still
Listen.
doing spooky stories? Like,
No,
what the fuck
listen,
after that?
fucking like, has anybody heard of those ginger giants?
Right here,
those
Corey.
ginger cannibal
The
giants
biggest ginger I know.
Like, what, 5'3",
with their
5'3"?
giant ginger cocks. Now there's like something.
Wait, what?
There's something with like fucking ginger giants in Nevada. Look it up. It's like called Lovelock
No, I know what you're talking
Cave or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they talk about like these giant ginger cannibals
Yeah,
that were supposed to be like giant.
It was like, I think it was like some stories left behind from the Native Americans that used to live there.
Yeah.
And they told a story that they encased or enclosed all of the remaining giants, redheaded dudes into a cave. And then somebody excavated a cave and found skulls. And
That
the
was it, the fucking skulls,
And the
yeah.
skulls' jaws were like abnormally huge.
Damn.
And when, I guess that's like the telltale sign of like a tall person usually has a large jawline or something like that. And apparently these people were on record of like 9 feet tall, some crazy shit, and they have red hair.
And cannibals.
What is this
And
called?
cannibals.
What is this called?
I don't know. Look up fucking ginger giants in
Pull it up.
Nevada.
Pull it up, Jamie.
We don't quote that.
Miguelis.
Oh, we've so many times.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's like the thing.
Ginger
Everybody
the
quotes a
giant
Joe
breed.
Rogan.
Well, this
So I
is
found this
fucking
out.
Logan
Ginger the
Paul.
giant
Look what
Logan
you
Paul.
did.
Who's Logan Paul?
Nevada.
What?
Yeah, there you go.
the YouTuber that found the dead body.
I think it's
filmed it
and filmed
Lovelock
it.
Cave?
You didn't hear about that?
Cave? Something
You
like
didn't
that.
hear about that?
Oh, that was the dude that went to Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Okay.
That piece of shit.
I mean, is he a piece of shit or is he just an idiot?
Both.
He's kind of.
What?
I mean,
Okay.
I would
Red
say
hair
he's a piece
giant
of shit for
mummy
that.
on
'cause he filmed
Pinterest.
it, and he's like, "Oh, I want to get fucking views for this shit."
Oh,
But
and-
that's like his
and
guess
job,
what?
isn't
And
it?
guess what?
Isn't
And
that
guess
how he
what?
makes his fucking money?
No, but here he apologized, but he monetized the apology, so he was making money off the apology as well.
Oh shit.
Yeah. He was.
That sounds like what's his
The
fucking-
issue is he was making money off of that video.
Okay.
Where he found the dead person that committed suicide.
Okay, but doesn't he have like a contract or something? What do we know about his life?
No, so after that happened, Google basically, I think, canceled his show on YouTube Red, and then YouTube demonetized him for about like a month. But then he was like in a probation
Okay.
era or period, and once he served his time, everything came back to him.
Okay. Because I always see people making like jokes and references to Logan Paul on Reddit and shit like that. I'm like, all right, that happened how fucking long ago? Just,
2 years ago, I
just
think.
fucking leave it alone. Like, okay, you fucked up.
I mean, he's
Get
still.
on with it.
I just don't think
Let's
he
get
would-
back to joking about our president.
I just don't think he was as
Sorry,
like,
Eddie, I love you.
as serious. I don't think he was sincere in his apology.
Okay,
I think that's what it was. And why people
that's
don't
a
like it.
usual.
It is the
paranoid
internet, so
thing
people
that
do escalate
post
shit.
about on the internet.
I also think it's the way that the monetization of his videos, where he was making money off both of those videos, and by the time that he like demonetized everything, so no money, he already earned a bunch of money before he took out the monetization.
Yeah, he already made
Yeah.
that money.
Okay, isn't that like the dude who did the Fire Festival?
No, that's the other.
Oh my
He,
God, I
you know
love
what I
that
mean?
story.
Like he got a shit ton of fucking money from Hulu for being on their documentary about it.
That's it's similar, but it's different.
Yo,
Hulu paid him for that interview.
Yo, but did you see that documentary on Netflix?
that was
Yeah,
better.
The one on
yeah.
Netflix
that
was
one
better.
was better.
Yeah.
Because it was about the people who worked under him,
Exactly.
whereas the Hulu one was like
Just
his
about
point of view
story, yeah.
and the people who went to the
Yo,
festival.
but that guy that was like willing to suck dick in order for like the
What
customs
a
to like.
fucking
I
crazy!
know.
What the?
No, the one you guys need to really watch is called Abducted in Plain Sight. Watch that
Oh my
one.
god, that
Is
one.
it on
What?
Hulu or is
It's
that
on
Netflix?
Netflix.
Oh my god, I fucking
oh my
hate
god,
the
dude,
parents on
dumbest
that
people
one.
you'll ever
I
fucking
fucking
see.
hate
Wait,
the
you
line.
told us about this.
I did tell you guys about this one.
This
Dude,
is on
you wanna
an
hear about-
You're
unreleased
obsessed
episode.
with this for a while now. Go
I
ahead,
am obsessed
Chava.
with it, dude. I've watched it like 7 times because you're just like, wow, how the fuck can this even happen? Like,
Okay, but
It's
think about
dumb
this.
parents?
Think about this. Think
They're
about this.
they're
Dumb
retarded
parents, that's what it's about?
Yes,
Dude,
kind
when
of.
I hear like a fucking documentary about dumb parents, it's that Leaving Neverland shit.
Oh yeah, that's fucking
no.
That
stupid.
those
yeah.
are even dumber
No,
parents.
no, no, no.
Okay, but
These were 2 stupid parents because it was just one guy. This one guy wants this, this little girl, and he like tricks the parents into fucking just giving them away.
Like Ted Nugent.
What? No, kind of.
Kind of.
Less
She
famous,
was a runaway.
less famous, and probably does horrible, worse music.
Oh, Ted Nugent's music is okay. Whatever.
No,
Okay,
no,
but
fuck you.
here's the
I
thing.
think
Here's the
it's
thing though.
pretty rock and roll.
Here's the thing though. We say ourselves watching this documentary. Oh, how can they be so stupid? How can they fucking fall for that? But we really never know because we're not put in that situation.
Yeah, we're not
How
living
would you
that shit.
How would you react if you were in that situation with your child? And I understand there's some people. Well, I would still say no, fuck this guy. But you really
Well,
never know.
Okay,
well,
I would
I'll-
first
Oh, I
have to
just like
start
throw
what
my
it's-
kid at them.
Yeah.
There you go.
Please take it.
Take
You asshole anyway.
Take him. I can make another one. I fucked up on this one.
It's not that hard.
I mixed up the ingredients. Like,
Okay, so
Too much
it's-
spice, not
too
enough
much
sugar.
spices.
Okay, so it's pretty much like this too. Like, they find out that the dude is a predator, but yet they still remain contact with him.
What do you mean?
Like, they still talk to this fucking guy. Like, he still calls their house, and they still have conversations with this fucking guy.
Like, how was your Christmas? This like shit like
Some
that?
shit like
Or just like,
He
what did you do
died-
last
he died,
Tuesday? Because
didn't he, right?
I was
He
able to
did
follow
die.
you down Fifth Avenue.
I don't know if I want to reveal this or not. 'cause
I'm probably gonna
I don't
watch
wanna
it anyway.
Are you
Yeah. What is it called again? I already forgot.
abducted in plain sight?
Okay, that was pretty easy to fucking forget.
Yeah. Man, I don't want to spoil it for you guys.
You can go ahead and
Just
spoil
go-
it.
I've seen
Yeah.
it already. So.
You've seen it, Miguel? You plan on watching
I
it?
haven't seen it yet, but I am planning on
Do
watching
you,
it for
do you
sure.
want me to tell you what happens? Well, at least
Is it like a big reveal?
at least one thing, kinda.
No. If it's a big reveal, I
Well,
don't
cover
know.
your ears then.
The fuck? No.
The whole time I watch it.
He's gonna say it on the
He's actually gonna watch
podcast
it.
then.
I'm actually gonna watch it at some point, maybe on tonight or tomorrow.
Well, I don't want to ruin
Actually,
it. For
I
you. I'll
think-
tell you.
I
I'll
think
tell
I
you
told
later.
her.
Don't ruin it.
I
We
forget-
don't up too much. Fuck
I
it.
forget who I told, but I read a study about spoilers. So they took a group of like 10 people. 5 of them read a book without any knowledge, and then another group of 5 people had the ending spoiled of the book that they were gonna read.
Right.
And it turns out that the 5 people that got the ending spoiled for them actually enjoyed the book a lot more because they were like, "Holy crap! I already
Yeah.
know this happens. I want to know how they get up to that."
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so pretty much,
It's different
I'll
for
just
everyone.
reveal it.
I
Yeah.
understand that. I understand
I'll
that.
just reveal it.
Oh man,
I just wanna say-
he's gonna do it one way or
didn't you
another,
bring this up,
man.
like,
It's just
months
gonna
ago? We haven't
happen.
watched it yet.
the mom has an affair with him.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm gonna enjoy it a lot. I mean, I'm
That's
not gonna
one
really
of the
enjoy
things-
enjoy it a lot.
Oh, yeah,
more,
that's
but I'm
one
enjoy
of
the
the- that's
documentary a
one
lot.
of the
more.
things.
Here's another thing. Here's
Now I
another
can
thing.
masturbate comfortably to this.
Here's another thing. Here's another thing.
Okay,
He
okay.
also had an affair with the dad.
The dad.
The dad sucked his dick.
Yeah.
And it was basically blackmailing the dad. Was like, "Hey, if you go to court and testify with this,
I'm gonna say you're my
yeah,
homosexual lover.
exactly, and that's gonna ruin his reputation."
Yeah.
Oh, that's some spicy
Because
fucking
this,
shit.
this took place in like
Now give me your daughter.
this took place in like the 70s, 80s. So like shit like
Yeah.
that wasn't very common. Like divorces and
Oh,
stuff.
at this point in time,
Yeah,
like,
this,
it's just
divorces and
okay.
stuff weren't very common. So this dude was like, he took his friend, the dad, like on a drive, and he's like, "Man, my wife hasn't really fucked me in a long time," and he's like, "I need to be relieved." He's like,
Oh, fuck
"Do you want to do it for me?" And he's like, "Okay."
Yeah, I guess I could.
And so,
For the homie.
Free? What a fucking idiot!
These are fucking stupid ass
At least
people.
made some money.
dude,
For the
I'm telling you,
homies.
watch the fucking documentary.
For the homies.
I'll watch it for sure. Ooh, look at that elongated skull. What?
What was that? Oh, these are the
The
Yeah,
ginger
who are
giants.
the
I
red-haired
love that
giants?
documentary.
Dude,
Dude.
guys.
I can't get enough of
this
this.
fucking horse. What the fuck?
That's a fucking massive horse, dude. Holy moly.
So basically, that guy right there. That's
Holy
not a horse.
moly. That's my
Dude, it's
skull.
just
That's what
one
it looks like on the
giant
inside.
eyebrow.
That's what Corey's penis looks like.
It's kind of hot.
It's like elongated brow.
Just one
Magma.
giant, heavily muscular, hairy eyebrow.
Oh, did you guys hear about the snakehead fishes? Was that what it's called?
Yeah,
Oh,
dude,
yeah,
they're
I
fucking
did.
cool.
Yeah.
It does not matter what they fuck, a snakehead comes out of that shit.
It's like in like Louisiana or something. There's like these like piranha
Yeah.
fucking fishes.
They're
Yeah,
like,
and
a
they're
fucking
like
pest.
they're ordered to like if you see one, kill it immediately.
Yeah,
or
site.
or
Yeah.
call professionals.
So basically, like, I heard a story that it got into like a lake, like a giant fucking like Michigan, somewhere in the Midwest, something like that.
Uh-huh.
And it got into like by some guy who was trying to make a traditional snakehead soup for his like mother who was ill. It was something to do with their religion.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what religion or social status they are.
Whatever.
But she ended up getting better through Western medicine.
Huh.
Who'd have thought?
Right.
So he didn't know what to do with these fish. He didn't want to just like inhumanely just kill them.
Yeah.
So he just like let them go in the river. Unbeknownst to him, if you put like one of those fish.
This was recent.
This is not recent. This is like 10, maybe 13 years ago, I think.
Okay.
Maybe even
Oh,
longer.
shit.
And if you put one fish in a lake, it just completely overpopulate. Like it will just literally fuck any fish near it that's big enough, and whatever comes out of that fish are snakeheads, basically. And they would just take over any fucking lake, river that they're at.
Yeah.
And apparently they're really not that tasty. So we can't eat them to death, which sucks. Like we can with pigs.
I saw a picture. I was like, I'm killing it.
Dude,
I'm
fuck
gonna
yeah,
chop
dude.
it.
They get like 3 feet long. They get massive.
Yeah.
Some of them-
Really?
Yeah.
Some of them get fucking
Shit.
big. They usually get about that big, like a normal fish. About that big, but they have big old fucking mouth on them with teeth.
Yeah.
I'd kill them.
It's like a dinosaur fish. Like just imagine that.
So it's like an invasive species.
Like a
Yeah,
velociraptor.
it's like an invasive
Okay.
species.
Yeah.
Like frogs.
Snails.
I'd fucking kill those things. Yeah, I seen that documentary.
The Evil Genius on
Yeah.
Netflix. Dude,
I
that's...
watched it. I watched like maybe the first like
I
2,
think I
3
was trying to
episodes.
get in.
Yo,
But then I
I-
got bored. I got bored of it, so I.
It does get boring in the middle,
Yeah.
but like when they start revealing shit, it's later on.
Yo,
That
I
just
saw
looks
this
weird.
on BuzzFeed Unsolved True Crime or
I
whatever,
did see that one too.
and that shit's freaky.
You know they made a movie about this that was a comedy.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Are you
look up
serious?
30 minutes or less.
Did it have like Jesse Eisenberg and shit?
Oh, that's the one?
and
Yeah.
Aziz Ansari.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same plot, the same everything, but it's a comedy.
Okay.
That's fucked up.
That,
Dude.
that is fucked up.
That's
A comedy's kind of fucked up and funny all at the same time, right?
Oh, look at
Supposed to be
Chaba.
like that.
I don't know. I don't like Aziz Ansari to begin with.
Yeah, he,
I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
always
nah,
liked him.
it's too dry for me.
Oh,
the,
okay.
thing, the thing about him is
I
just
like
like he does like the same joke over and over again. And this is what happened. This is what I do. My name is Aziz Ansari.
That's why I don't like George Lopez anymore.
Yeah.
He does the same shit over and over again.
Because white people still like it. He appeals to white people.
I thought he's supposed to appeal to Mexicans, bro. He's speaking on Mexican behalfs.
Yeah, but
Behaves.
it's white people who go
I'm gonna
see
plead
it.
the fifth. I don't think we can say anything in this one.
I don't know. Just sit here
I
and
mean,
listen.
I don't like him, so you can go ahead. I don't
Yeah,
care.
if you want like a good Hispanic comic,
Me.
yeah, I was
Go
gonna say
see
Chavo.
I mean, I don't know
Yeah.
about good.
I know.
A Hispanic comic, yes, that's true.
Chapstick
November
Layman.
13th, San Patricio.
What about
Coy
Fluffy?
motherfucker.
Good what he
He's
did.
good.
Yeah, his
like
is
him.
different. He just tells stories. Now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
the steak
and
and
he
fish
was
is kind
he's
of
like, I'm a
cute.
storyteller. I don't tell jokes. I tell stories.
Yeah, it's just.
I can
funny
chime
shit
in
that
on
happens
this
to him.
because I'm
Yeah.
looking right at it.
I seen a show too.
Oh, this
He runs a really good
Fat
show.
motherfucking fish.
What do you mean show?
His shows, his comedy shows.
Oh yeah.
are really-
David went to one of
It's
those.
cute.
Yeah, I went to one a
He
few
said
years
he was
ago.
I
great.
mean, they're cool,
He did like an hour
cool
encore.
looking.
It was fun.
but they are cool looking. I think.
Hey,
they're-
no side conversations.
Hey,
Yeah.
fuck you.
We can't chime in on this one.
We can't chime in on this one. What a Mexican. No, that's not true.
Mexican.
Mexican.
You can chime in on this.
Okay, but going back to the neck bomber.
Gross.
Let me see.
Let me see.
Did you see the guy though?
I didn't see
Yeah, the guy
anything. Let me
is-
see. Oh,
That's the one
yeah.
I just
yeah,
showed
yeah.
you.
I don't want to
guy.
describe that. That's just gross.
That's good.
Going back to the neck bomber, is it revealed that he made it up or
There was a rumor that he might have been involved,
right?
but he might, dude.
What?
Well,
Why
then
is that legs?
if you finish it, it's not a rumor. Like he was actually involved, but they tricked him.
Yeah,
oh,
they
yeah.
like.
I think
yeah,
I think they said something about that on BuzzFeed.
Yeah.
yeah, I saw that. I'm going off
Yeah.
what he said too. Yeah, they like cut him out the deal at the last second.
Yeah. Right when as it was happening, they're like, "Oh, put this on first."
What was shocking, but I kind of like that they did it, is that they actually show him getting blowed up.
Dude, it's fucked up.
It is fucked up.
And they show it so many times in
Yeah.
the documentary.
What is this again?
This is this guy.
The Evil Genius documentary.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
I got like 30 seconds into it. And it feels
Oh well, he this
Oh,
guy.
dude, it's fucked up. And like after that, like that first
okay,
episode.
I definitely was not paying attention. I was watching with my eyes closed.
Yeah, this guy he's like a pizza delivery guy. He gets a call to deliver pizza, and he says like these guys had jumped him, put a bomb around his neck like a handcuff collar, told him to rob a bank, and he robs the bank.
Oh, that's
But then the cops see him, and he's just like in the middle of the street, like, somebody help me take this shit off. And then all of a sudden the shit starts beeping and it blows up and it kills him. And they actually show it like blowing up and his head coming off.
There's video of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
This was on the
And
news.
this is
dude.
on Netflix.
This,
no,
this
no,
was
on
on
Netflix.
but they showed, but
This, it was on Netflix, right? But the
This is a true story that's happened.
The
It was
video
on
that
the
they
news.
have was actually from the news. The news was sharing this live.
Okay.
I
So-
seen that video. They didn't show him blow him up. You just
They
hear him.
do no, they show him. Where did you see it? BuzzFeed?
Yeah. Okay. Now I guess because of YouTube.
BuzzFeed
No,
seems
dude, you
like
can
it-
actually look it up. Like
it would
they actually
block
show
that shit
him
out.
Oh shit.
die.
I might as well. Yeah.
I mean, it's not as if like crazy like
Hey man, quit backing shit.
God
Sorry.
damn it,
It's not-
Eddie.
it's not
You're
crazy.
drunk.
Drunk on life.
movie explosion, but like the thing
Yeah.
explodes around his neck.
Yeah.
it-
Explodes.
it-
I guess I should say
it kills him.
His
Yeah.
head didn't come off, but it
No.
blows up.
That's the crazy part. His neck didn't come
Kind of
off,
blew off.
and the thing is like still semi-attached to him.
Yeah.
And so, I guess they
I think it
wanted
just blew his face off. Pretty much.
they wanted
So
to
it's just
they wanted
hanging
to
there?
save the bomb as evidence and like figure out like who made this shit.
Yeah.
And so they got some doctor over there to like try to extract it from him. They're like, okay, fuck it, we have the only way we're gonna save this intact and keep it in place. We don't know if it's gonna blow up again. We don't know what else is going on with it. We have to decapitate this guy,
Yeah.
and then that's how the bomb's coming off.
Sounds
it's
sounds
just a
about
ring.
right.
And so they did it, and they talk about it in the documentary. And the daughter's like, "Why did you do that? Like you cared more about the bomb than my dad. You just took off his head
I mean,
because you
at,
wanted to save the bomb."
at that point, I mean, yeah, that fucking sucks, but I see it as justifiable. Like, what
It-
if you find another bomb that's exactly the same?
Exactly. They didn't know. Like if they cut
You
it
kinda-
open
you-
and it just
yeah.
blows.
I
You
guess,
kinda-
when the
kinda
law,
need that
sometimes when the
information.
law is involved, I guess, some shit has to happen.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to put that shit aside and be like, well, like, what if 4 more people pop up with this exact same bomb?
Yeah.
We need to know how to shut it off. So I see it as like a totally viable solution. Speaking of things wrapped around your neck, I just saved my snake's life like 2 nights ago.
What happened?
So
What kind of snake do you have?
I have a ball python snake that's about 3.5 feet long, almost 4 feet long, about that long. He's about that fat around too, and he's actually in my room now too. He's not in my brother's room. So there's this like heat rock that's like constantly generating heat because he's a tropical animal, and the cable comes up through the mesh top, and then goes into the outlet, and it has a hole at the top, and we duct tape the hole as much as we possibly can, and he somehow got a piece of the duct tape off, wrapped around the top of his head, and then around the cable, and then stuck onto the back of his neck. And when I finally, he'd been flying around for like an hour trying to get his fucking head off of this thing.
Fuck.
Yeah, a snake. It's like having a rug just stuck to your face,
Yeah.
to the wall. And you have no arms and legs, and you gotta get it off.
God.
So it was basically that, and he was like flailing around and flopping around inside of there for like an hour until I got to him, and he looked dead. And I legit had to fucking cut through the duct tape and cut through the cable
What the fuck?
to get him out into the bathroom, and then like soak him down in Wesson oil.
My God.
And,
Just
like, take
get all
the-
the adhesive off.
Yeah, I had to unglue duct tape from my snake's eyeballs.
Ah.
Yeah, dude, it was pretty fucking gnar. He was making weird ass noises too, like this. Like it would last like for 5 minutes. Like,
Do it, Miguel.
For hell. Dude, I felt I'm like, it's okay, baby, it's okay. Like the cotton swabs, like get it off.
Oh, that's fucking weird. You were a snake doctor.
I'm a snake rescue. He's been rescued twice
He's
now.
blind.
I mean, they don't really mean their eyes, but whatever.
He just lives in a box and I
He lives
look
in
at
a
him.
box. I feed him in the fucking tub every 2 weeks.
Snake
Whatever,
makes
dude.
noises?
Yeah, dude, they make
didn't know
weird
that.
ass fucking noises.
Well, I mean, it's in pain.
He has been making weird ass noises. Like he's been like striking at the glass.
Is it because you got ghosts?
Not anymore.
Oh,
Wait,
oh,
no,
Tommy,
not
Tommy, you did-
anymore.
All right.
So, yeah,
Does he have
last
more
story.
spooky stories?
This
Oh, yeah, I
last
got
story.
one
We'll
more.
wrap it up.
Unload
after
it, man.
Okay. So I told you the wholesome one. Well, some of the nice ones that I had. Where should I tell you the worst ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? So okay, where should I start?
this. At the beginning.
Right at the beginning. So, I was a tiny little sperm cell. So like my great grandmother, who was the last person to survive in that generation, in my family, passed away at this time. And at this time, like my brother was still living in that house next door, right? So he was having weird shit happen on his own in that house. And one of the things, I should tell this story too real quick. One of the things that happened to him is he was asleep in the front room. I think he was with his girlfriend at the time, or he was by himself. Actually, no, he was with his girlfriend at the time. And it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. And all of a sudden they hear like it sounds like somebody walking through the garage door into the kitchen and walk in front of the sink. And that's when my brother looked up. And as he looks up, he sees the cabinets underneath the sink. And it looks like somebody fucking kicked it like twice. Really fucking hard. And they open up and they're swinging all over the place. And then you heard stomping coming straight towards him, stop, and turning her right down the hall and watch the door close. This is all true. I believe him because he was legit freaked out. But that was like one of the weirdest fucking things he saw in that house. And a funny one
This
happened.
was the elder house.
This was the elder house, yeah. The
Oh, okay.
Another funny fucking thing happened where I walk in with my brother and I think we're about to smoke some weed or something like that. And I walk in with my brother and his roommate Alex is sitting there on the bed playing video games. And the other roommate is away, like he's with his family. I think he was in like
Goofy or
Disneyland.
somebody else?
No, Goofy
Okay.
is somebody else. This is Alex Lenzer.
Oh, I might know who he is.
Yeah,
but
I'm pretty
continue.
sure. Yeah. You know Chance McCaffrey?
I do.
His cousin.
You're just name dropping all of it. I have to not actually like bleep all these out now.
Yeah, whatever. And anyway, so Chance
Just put on blast. Yeah.
was like away with his family, and his other roommate was there, and he knew that he was home alone. He was sitting there playing video games, and as soon as he walked into the door, he's like all freaked out. He goes, "What the fuck? I thought you were taking a shower this whole time." Like, no, we were like away. We just got here. He goes, "Who the fuck has been in the shower this whole time?" Like a shower's been running for like 2 hours, and he thought he was in there. And then we all walk out there together, and it's just a shower just running in the back room. But nobody was back there to start it.
Oh my god. That's some scary shit.
That's just that house. Now my house.
Fucking Corey looks unimpressed. After the last week, she's like, nah, this fucking
came
guy
up with
is
a
I'm pretty sure.
story.
I'm pretty sure you've been like
I'm listening.
possessed by demons and shit.
I
Bro,
was never possessed by a demon and shit.
to our
I'm a
last
ginger.
podcast.
I don't need to be possessed by shit.
I am a demon. I don't have a soul.
Tommy, we have a YouTube channel, WGAS.
Okay, cool. I guess I won't look it up.
Fucking asshole.
I'm gonna send you it anyways.
Okay. You don't have my phone number.
Alright,
So my house and my stories. My great grandmother passed away at this time, and I was one of the pallbearers? One of the people that lift up
yeah,
the
yeah,
casket.
pallbearers.
Yeah. It was weird. That's the first time I've ever seen like an actual dead body. Was at her fucking funeral. It's a weird. It's a weird feeling. And like I was,
close.
yeah, that close. It just looked like she was sleeping, and I just kind of like put a flower next to her, like her side right here, or on her rest, or
Sleeping
wrist.
and cold. That's what it
I
looks
didn't
like.
touch her. I didn't want to touch her. I got really close and put the flower there and left and went, okay.
When you
I'm
look
gonna
at
pick
it,
you up in like 10 minutes and walk out the door. Are you ready?
when you look
You
at
didn't
it,
boop her on the nose?
No, I didn't flicker in the eyeball.
when you look at it, it just feels like it's about to pop out at you, like in
A little
second.
bit, yeah.
It's like they're
She's-
joking. It's like, "Ha, I
Yeah.
got you."
But
it's
like
not.
you know,
It's
like
sad.
she's not, and you're just
Yeah,
like,
you know
huh,
what sucks is
that's
that
a very
working in the field that in the ambulance and going
Yeah.
doing clinicals is that you're trying so hard to revive these people, but then they just end up dying.
Flatline.
shit,
Yeah.
dude.
And then you're just there because it's like half an hour ago they were talking to you, telling you about stuff.
Yeah.
The next thing you know, you're doing CPR on their chest, and then the doctor calls it right there, and you're just left with a dead body.
Has that ever happened to you?
Oh fuck yeah, like twice.
Sheesh. Yeehaw.
Where you were doing like CPR?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I heard it was
It
like
sucks.
Everything was all
for trying
cracking
to-
and popping and
I got there like after, but
Ah.
either way, it's like it sucks when you try to do everything you can, and then nothing happens.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna joke about
Yeah.
that.
Isn't
That's
it like
rough.
for trying to revive somebody through CPR isn't like a 3% chance, something like that that you're gonna survive? Through just CPR,
Yeah.
like they need CPR, and they
CPR
have like a
alone,
3%
Yeah,
chance.
That's
CPR
pretty
alone,
fucking low.
yes, but if you involve everything else,
Yeah.
Well,
shocking
CPR is just
meds
to
and
get the
stuff,
like
yeah.
the oxygen going to the
Yeah.
brain.
They actually have like a better chance of survival if you start CPR right away.
Yeah.
But the thing, if you're out here in the neighborhood or in a residence, you don't know how long they've been down.
Right.
When you're in the hospital, like yeah, you get a better chance, but sometimes it just doesn't work.
That's kind of what happened with Dustin's dad.
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
He was gone for too long.
I love that guy. Anyway,
Anyway, continue.
so
What are your other stories?
Spook stories.
Great
Give us
grandma.
the
The-
spook
yeah,
stories.
This is like
Boop
the,
it.
the spookiest one that I got. One of the spookiest for sure.
So your great grandma.
So yeah, my great grandmother finally passed away. It took her like a long time to do that, and she was like the last of that family generation to do that, and to die. And
die.
Thanks for
when
clarifying
she
that.
when she finally passed away, I've always like felt weird in my house. Honestly, growing up as a kid, anywhere I go, I kind of always feel weird. When she passed away, I stopped feeling it, but then it kind of. I could sound like a crazy psychopath talking about this, but it felt like she went from household to household, from grandchild to grandchild, to like apologize for herself because she wasn't, I guess, a really good person. From like this, like once she died, like all the stories started coming up. Like, oh no, she used to fucking beat
I only
us.
laugh because my grandma was kind of the same.
Right, like
And
you
she
don't
was-
know
she
about
was
it,
not-
and once
she
they
was not
pass
a nice
away, then
person.
everybody comes out of the woodwork. It's like, yeah, she hit me, and then like, oh, she hit me too, and all of a sudden
Yeah.
it's like, oh wow, she was a horrible person.
I thought I was special. I thought she only hit me.
I thought she only
God
used to beat
damn
me
it.
with that belt.
That's
That's a dark fucking way of
it
thinking
was
about it.
it was kind of the opposite
I'm
for
sorry.
me.
It was
kinda-
funny. I don't care.
It was kind of the opposite for me because like I try to tell people like, dude, she's a fucking terrible human being. And I'm like, how could you say that about your grandma? I'm like, because I lived with her.
Because she was.
Because she was. Why can't you accept that? That's why you don't want her in your house. I keep trying to tell people like, you don't want her in your house just as much as I don't.
Right.
So don't make me feel like the bad person because I've actually had to take care of her more than you have.
Right.
So go fuck yourself.
It's
But, like-
fucking hard, man.
Yeah, and
Sometimes you
people
want,
like-
just want them to go to bed so you can go out and smoke pot with a neighbor.
I don't do that anyways. I'm like, mom,
The
this is-
out already.
sexy
I'm like, Mom, this is
neighbor
your
of
mom. This is
age.
I'm like, when you're that way, I'll take care of you. But now you gotta take care of this. But like, people are like, just your grandmother. How could you? I'm like, fuck you. You're not a saint either.
Nobody's perfect.
But go
and
on.
she
go on.
wasn't perfect. And to what I thought, other people in my family have different opinions. To what I thought happened was that she made her rounds from like grandchild to grandchild to like ask for an apology, so to speak.
This is deceased.
This is deceased.
Yeah,
her
was
spirit
it
is
air
deceased.
grievances.
Yeah, I guess it was kind of like that. And like the one big thing that she hated is that she really fucking hated sleeping at night with the windows open. And I sleep with my window open no matter what time of year it is. I just like fresh air. And I like breathing.
Yeah.
But like that night when I got back home from the funeral, my door was open and I like could not sleep because I felt like something was like in my room, just kind of like, moving around and shit. And I don't know, I just felt like I was being watched, and it just felt uneasy and shit. It just felt really creepy, creepier than it usually does. Yeah. And once I started talking about it with my mom, and all that shit started coming out with my grandmother and all the true stories, how about she's a really bad person, shit like that. And then, what happened then at that point? Once we started talking about her more, then we started like getting that uneasy feeling like all throughout the house, everywhere. And then like it got to a point where like it was like a dinner conversation that I would have with my folks night after night. Like, yo, did you feel this last night? Did you feel that? And stuff like that. To a point where it's like, okay, let's find something, do something about it. And the first thing we did is like we got a big old thing of white sage, and we burnt it, and we kind of, me, my mom, and dad walked from room to room like, yo, grandma, if you're here, like just go on to the light. Like, it's okay for what you did. We don't need an apology. We just want you to be happy wherever the fuck you were. And it worked. It actually, like, it lifted the air in the room. And white sage smells fucking amazing.
Yeah, it is.
If you don't know, it's like a really nice incense. And it worked. And I always have white sage in my room because of it. But what happened afterwards was like the weird shit, because like a couple of days after like it started feeling nice, then we started letting our guard down. I think that when she came to like ask for grievances for, you know, what she done and shit like that, she brought something by accident, and this thing started to latch on to me, my mom, and my dad all like one by one. And we would have, well, I don't know about them, but I would have recurring nightmares, and this lasted for a month, like a month. It's
What kind of nightmares?
Recurring nightmares of like my worst fucking fear. And my worst fear is like not being able to like fight back. Like if I'm gonna fight and I can't physically move my arms, like that's fucking terrifying. That's my biggest fear, is not having a fighting chance.
So you just keep having nightmares about you getting mollywopped.
Basically, but it was.
You being a giant pussy.
It was much more vivid.
I can't see
And
you
it was
fighting
always the same fucking thing. Like it was some weird fucking dreams happening, lucid or not, or whatever the fuck. And then all of a sudden I would blink, and then I would be in this weird area where there's no people, and there are these like these weird black cloaked figures with no faces, and they're stabbing me to death.
Oh.
And I would have that nightmare like every single fucking night. And the most intense ones that I had, I would wake up with scratches on my body somewhere. Yeah. And it kept going, and like to a point where there's scratches going all the way from my shoulder blade all the way down to like my nipple area. This one's happening like all the way up my thigh. This one's going down my neck. The worst one of the worst ones on my chin. It was like from the center of my lip, and there were 3 scratches. It looked like cat scratches going down my chin into my beard.
Could you feel them like when it happened?
I would wake up with it.
Okay.
So
And you weren't scratching yourself.
and I wasn't scratching
And we
myself.
can rule shrooms out of it.
You can rule things out of it, 'cause
Okay.
this is.
And you
I
have
don't think
no.
your parents are doing shrooms.
Do you have any
Are
cats?
you
them too,
sure
right?
that
I
white
did have
sage
cats.
wasn't shrooms?
But I don't let pets sleep in my room.
Okay.
I don't let them sleep in my bed. I never really. I don't like. I like sleeping alone in my bed. Where
Was
I
there
can,
any chance that they might have like jumped in your room somehow? And
I mean, I'm maybe.
You did
because
sleep with
I
your window
did
open,
try to fucking debunk it in any way possible. Like maybe I just forgot to trim my nails, or maybe it's just I scratched too hard in this one area. Maybe something hit me and I forgot. You know, I tried to debunk it, but every single time I'd wake up with weird ass fucking scratches. And like, I don't remember ever touching that part of my body in a long time.
I mean, the face.
Like to get
one
your
is
back,
is like
too,
the biggest
yeah.
one.
Yeah, the weirdest one that made me be like, okay, something's definitely happening. It's like it was the center of my back where I could probably reach it now because I'm thinner, but it was like at the back of my shoulder blade, and it was like somebody took a fucking weed whacker and just went on the side of my fucking shoulder blade, and it was like a blunder of scratches, and there was blood. I'm like, all right, something's definitely fucking with me now. I don't know what the fuck it is, and I keep having these goddamn nightmares, and like it just kept reoccurring over and over and over again.
Didn't you say that? You told me this story a long time ago. Did you say that this happened to your parents too?
Yeah, this happened to my folks.
Like they
one
were
of-
going through the same
Like
shit?
they were getting scratches
yeah,
and
they
shit
were
too?
getting scratches too. They would wake up with scratches, but I don't know if they had recurring nightmares like I did.
Would you like would it in the dream be like someone scratched you
It
from
would
like
no,
your
no, it would-
shoulder?
the dream would literally be like me on the ground with figures holding my limbs down and stabbing me to death.
Yeah, but you
Like
wouldn't feel
it's
like
just that.
you wouldn't
It's
feel
not
like-
in one certain area. It's just all over, and then I fucking wake up.
It's basically
And
like
then
a,
throughout
like
the
a-
day, I realize, oh, there's fucking scratches on my arm again, and
like
they're
a-
in
like
threes.
someone
It's like a
jumping.
form of sleep paralysis.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah.
That
That's what we
maybe
were
it
saying.
is me
That's what we
just
were-
being stressed out.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about not so long ago. It was like
Sleep
sleep
paralysis.
paralysis.
I have,
It like
yeah.
feels like somebody's literally holding you down.
Yeah,
and you're
I've had
trying to
sleep
and
paralysis
you're trying to
episodes.
like, like scream for help, but you can't.
Yeah, I've had sleep
Like
paralysis.
you've been trying to
episodes.
scream, and you're like,
Yeah.
See, no, my sleep paralysis episodes happened way before this. Like, I would have sleep paralysis when I was a freshman in high school every now and then because I was super stressed out. Sleep paralysis is mostly related to stress. In fact, all of this shit is mostly related to stress, but some stuff is just fucking weird. But my episodes, I would always, like, just try and open my eyes as much as I can, and I always see, like, a black shadow with white eyes at my doorstep, or at my doorway. If my door was open or closed, it would just, like, kind of be there in the corner. Like, really short, like 3.5, 4 feet tall.
like a Jawa.
Yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of my room.
Did you even yell at it?
I would try to. I mean, I don't give a fuck.
You know what's weird is that if you see a ghost of an adult human, that's a ghost. But if you see a ghost of a child, it's more likely a demon.
You know,
That's
I
what they say.
definitely
Is
believe
that-
that too. But
What's that based off of?
It's based off of folklore, most
Okay.
likely.
Oh, okay.
Some old witch chai made that up thousands of years ago.
The Annabelle.
Corey's
Who
like
burns
bullshit.
white sage?
My stories are actually my demons are midgets.
Corey's like, these are some pussy ass stories, man.
At least my stories are
Your demons are as big as my wiener. Give me a break.
You can possess this.
But there have been times where, like, my mom, she was putting on makeup in the morning, getting ready to go to work, and she would say, like, in the mirror, she'd watch, like, red lines going down her neck, and it would start to burn, and, like, scratches. And, like, for me, I would,
Well,
like,
she would watch them happen.
she'd be, like, putting on her makeup, and her neck would feel kind of funny, and then she'd, like, look in the
Oh.
mirror and watch it just kind of appear and waltz up. She'd be like, what the fuck? Stop touching me. And for me, like, I would be sitting in my room just kind of practicing playing guitar and stuff like that, and I would look down at my arm, and I would see them just kind of, like, appear up my wrist, just all the way up my forearm, and there would be, like, in streaks, all the way up.
Jesus, man.
And I never cut myself, but
Corey's like repenting, like her bullshit stories from the last podcast.
You're talking about, are you
like,
sure
"Oh my
your
God, this
strings
actually
didn't
happened
break
to
and
me."
like
I mean, if there's
his guitar strings
another way
broke?
of looking at it, and maybe that happened, maybe I'm just stressed out and I just forgot I was scratching my arms. Maybe I did it in my sleep. Maybe my cat did it. Maybe my dog did it at the time. I don't know. That was the weirdest one because I know I was sitting there not touching that part of my arm. And it just like, okay, why does my arm burn and feel weird? And I would just watch them just go whoop, and just like all the way up my forearm, all the way to my wrist. I'm like, God fucking damn it, leave me alone. Like, I don't know
off,
who you
demon.
are. Fuck off, demon. Like, shit like that. And
Demon be gone! Are
It
you
got
sure you
to-
weren't huffing white sage and playing guitars and then your strings broke because you were just shredding like a motherfucker?
Are you sure you
See,
weren't?
all of that happened,
heroin
and
addict.
that was awesome.
Are you sure you're not
Completely
bullshitting
different
what you say?
I'm
experience.
definitely 100% like not bullshitting this shit.
Were you not like off heroin for a couple of days?
I never
And
did
you're
heroin.
just
I don't
like,
ruin my fucking
"I
life.
Is that the most
How
like,
dare you,
freakiest
Chibik?
thing that you've experienced, or is there still more?
That's the worst one was that. And the way I got rid of it is I started getting really, really heavily into like meditation and stuff like that and like astral projection. It's like, okay, well, if I can't really like physically stay for this, maybe if I can spiritually get into another body and just run away, maybe just leave me alone. Like,
That's what some people do say. Like, it does give shit like that its powers. Like when you really are, it's like Freddy Krueger. If you're scared
Yeah.
of it, it gives you it like
that's the thing.
it'll fuck with you
Is
more. But if
our-
you're like not mentally like not into it as much, then it'll probably leave you alone.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
Maybe
at
that's
that
why
time,
that Shane guy from BuzzFeed never has shit happen to him because he's
That's
always
what- that's
like,
what I
yeah, he's
heard.
always fucking
Yeah.
bullshitting everything.
I mean, there's a time and a place for every experience. But at that time, I was 18, 17 years old, I think. Maybe 19 at the most. I definitely didn't have dreads at that time. At the time, I was watching like a shit ton of like ghost videos and ghost shows and hunting ghosts, like Ghost Hunter and Ghost Adventures, shit like that. So I was like really into it, and I always think, man, if I woke up with scratches on my body, like how fucking scary would that be? And once it started happening, I was just fucking mad. I was like,
Yeah, like,
who
God
the
damn it.
fuck is touching me? I don't even like being touched by normal people. Like, creep, fucking weirdo. Why are you touching me and
The
shit?
molesting ghost.
So then I got really into like heavily meditating and stuff like that, and finding a way to boost your aura, if that's even a real fucking thing. To just like build up a shield and to not like be so, not to find it so angry, because I found a way. I mean, it kind of made sense that it feeds off of that shit. Like it feeds off of fear, it feeds off of negative energy and stuff like that. And if it's scratching me and poking me with a stick and fucking with me and I'm getting angry, then I'm just giving it food. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll just stop giving it food and it'll just go away. And it did. So I just started burning white sage and meditating in my room every like 2-3 weeks. And then eventually it just slowly dissipated and went away, and I don't feel shit anymore.
Did you guys ever do something like get a priest, like bless the house? Or
Nah, I
something
didn't do any of that shit. I don't believe in priests.
like that? Okay.
No, they're not really religious.
I'm not a huge
Well, I
religious
mean-
person. I'm a like spiritual person.
Spiritual.
You know
I
what,
have
Tommy?
masts hanging on my wall.
Get the fucking. And
I got a Ouija board. I fixed it.
Oh my god, Ouija board in my
aren't
car.
real.
Let's go do
No,
it.
fuck no.
Let's
Go
Yeah,
do it.
they're
I got
not
one in my
real.
fucking
They're
car.
not real.
See,
They're not real.
Tommy's like,
I
it's
gotta
not
go home
real.
anyways. I ain't got time
I've
for
used
that
go
shit.
do
Ouija
it.
boards in a
Alright,
certain scenario
guys.
to try to fucking talk to this thing. Didn't
Guys,
fucking work. Came out
guys,
Buffon or whatever the
Tommy,
fuck.
Tommy,
Sorry.
in reality, who gives a shit?
God.
That's our call to end it.
Okay, we gotta stop doing that then, because no one takes that shit seriously.
Yeah.
That's our shtick, but...
It's
What,
it's
not-
Eddie's shtick.
No, fucking Miguel did it one time, and then he did it the other day.
Are you sure that White
Ooh,
Sage
that
isn't like that
shtick.
fucking like shit from like those
God.
Batman movies, the Blue Lotus? Like go get the Blue Lotus from the heat, and then you smoke it
Fucking
and you
Corey
burn
just
it and you
bullshit on
see
Tommy's
your
story.
worst, your
White
worst
Sage.
Nah,
fears.
never seen-
Did you see your face?
Now you're ready to
Did you
fucking
see your
fight
face while
crime.
Tommy's telling the story, the scratches on his back? She's
She's
like,
like,
Like, oh damn.
I mean, that
No.
should actually happen.
or he's a
dude.
piece of shit. That's what we're calling this episode.